I'm not saying I've never dated a girl that like admired some of the stuff I've done or admired me as a comic. I absolutely have.
Yeah.
But like, it was never like a thing of like preying on like a groupie thing of like, oh, she'll do whatever I want. It was never that. It was just like, oh, this is nice. This girl's like into me.
Right.
I always just looked at it like that. The way I look, here's my thing with comics, with dating comics. It's like, do I get excited when I meet new female comics? Yes, I do. Do I want to date them all the time? No, not all the time. Do I want to date them sometimes? Absolutely. Yeah. And the reason why sometimes is because I'll start talking to them and they'll be really cool and I'm having fun and we're laughing and I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Hey everybody, welcome to Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank. I am in Los Angeles and it is amazing. In New York, the weather is still hasn't hit 60 yet as a high throughout the whole winter and all of whatever this half spring. It hasn't hit 60 as a high once, the projected high. And then I look for the next 10 days, still nothing. So at most, I'm going to miss a month of good weather there. At most, probably like 1 or 2 weeks. God, if I'm there for Cleavage Day, ooh, that'd be fun. Hi everybody, welcome to Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank. On today's episode, I have someone that I could not crack. I wanted to talk to Joe DeRosa, who's a very, very funny comedian, a mainstay in the New York comedy scene, a legit part of the scene, now living in Los Angeles because he's writing for Pete Holmes' talk show. Pete Holmes's talk show? Pete Holmes's. So he's here in Los Angeles, and I wanted to talk to Joe about one specific thing that he didn't really want to open up about. Joe, as far as I can tell, has always fucked in the comedy scene. Be it comedians, bookers, agents, whatever. It just seems like he's always doing it. Now, he has this thing where it seems like he has this weird, like, we got to defend women. You can't talk about who you hooked up with. But it's like, dude, if it was fucking years ago, who gives a shit? You protecting women because you're like, oh, no one can know that they had sex with me. That's just sexism. They're equals, right? It's something you guys both did as consenting adults fucking years ago. So who cares? Just say it. You didn't do anything wrong. Did you do something wrong? Did you cheat on somebody? Okay, but if not, then fucking say it. What are you worried about? Quit this fucking high school, like, have to protect her innocence. This ain't the 40s, bro. We're equals. We're equals. Anyway, by the way, I'll be in San Jose this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, March 21st, 22nd, 23rd, with Steve Simone. Many-time guest of this podcast and host of his own new podcast, Good Times with Steve Simone, that I've been on. We'll be there this week and get our tickets at arithegreat.com. So here's what I wanted to get from him, because the first time I met Joe DeRosa, well, the first time was in Down and Dirty with Jim Norton 6 years ago, in 2008. That was the last time I did television, everybody, 2008. Everything I've built up until this day has been because of the television I did in 2008. It just takes a long time to really set in. That one HBO set they showed one time at midnight on a Friday. It just takes a while to gain acceptance in public consciousness, and then eventually, it comes through. People start following you. No television in 6 years. Come on, whatever. I mean, could I have sucked the whole time? Is that it? No way. Not the whole time. Not the whole time. So DeRosa, okay, so the first time I saw him in New York, he was at the stand, and he came in, and he was outside fucking smoking or drinking. It was warm. Man, that stand is nice when it's warm. The stand in New York on 20th and whatever, 19th and 3rd. Cool club, but it's fucking rad right there on the sidewalk. You get to look at shit. And all the cops in training walk by, so you get to make fun of them. Or I ask them, like, please remember, we're going to need you to turn on your fellow cops when the time comes. Stand up for civil liberties. Try to turn them early. Put the thought in their head. But anyway, Joe DeRosa was there. He was outside. He was bitching about, oh, one girl is inside, and now this other girl that he brought, it's all weird because this other girl that's inside he already hooked up with, and now it's a whole mess. And I was just like, dude, how much of this drama do you invite in your life? How much? I just thought it was amazing for someone to consistently do. And I've seen him stay till late. I've seen him stay till late and try to hook up with people. I've seen it. So it was tough not having him fully open up. But he did open up about some stuff. And then we got to talking about how thin-skinned he was. And so that almost became a separate situation because I've talked to other people about him, not just Jay and Kurt as we talked about, but after that even, Jay Larson, lots of people say the same thing. Joe DeRosa has thin skin. I don't know what it is. I still like him. Still a cool guy. And really, you guys, legitimately a funny, funny comic. So if you're in LA and you're in the scene, it's time to go watch Joe DeRosa. Couple quick notes for sponsors. LegalZoom.com. Guys, March is National Start Your Business Month. I bet you didn't know that because who would know that? Who made the National Start Your Business Month? Who's in charge of national months? And why would they give March 31 days and have it follow Black History Month of 28 days and say, okay, we're done with black people. Now it's time for work. Maybe it's actually trying to help the black community. But listen, LegalZoom wants to help you start your own corporation or LLC or file your DBA. I don't know what DBA is. LLC is something that big corporations do so they can't get sued by individuals. They can barely get sued. So if you want to fuck over the little man, get your LLC at LegalZoom.com right now. If you put in Ari at the referral box at checkout, you can get 3-month trial of all new QuickBooks. All new QuickBooks. $119 value, free, when you enter Ari in the referral box at checkout. That's LegalZoom.com, promo code Ari. And by the way, LegalZoom is not lawyers. They provide you self-help services and they connect you with the right attorney, but they're not a law firm. LegalZoom.com, promo code Ari. And then this one I'm excited about because it's NatureBox. Everybody, NatureBox is they sent me a bunch of shit to eat. It was great. It was delicious. They have all natural foods. Here's their deal. They're saying you want to get in shape by summer, and girls especially, but boys too. Guys, don't look fat. Please don't be fat anymore. Just don't do it. It's unhealthy and it looks disgusting and it smells. I saw a guy in Dallas at the UFC. Dudes, he was sitting in the wheelchair section. I put up on Instagram. He was sitting in the wheelchair section. But he wasn't in a wheelchair. He was just fat. He had the body type. Do you remember Willy Wonka? The original Willy Wonka? Remember when Violet Beauregard, the one who was always on TV, remember she ate that gum and then all of a sudden she started turning purple and then she got real big? He looked like that. He had the body type of her when she looked all big and round. He looked like a giant blueberry. And he's sitting up there with the wheelchair people like he's got a real sickness. And I get it, he does. But fucking get some help, man. Get some fucking help. You're just dwarfing a chair. Anyway, naturebox.com/Ari. Listen, here's the deal. Healthy snacks. Don't give in to shitty snacks and vending machines. Keep looking and feeling good. Go out to pool parties. Be able to take your fucking shirt off. Naturebox.com. Naturebox.com. Here's what they do. They send snacks right to your door. So they sent me a box of stuff. I ate the fuck out of it. When it's too cold and rainy and snowy in New York and you don't want to go next door to the corner store, or in New York, in LA, it's a little bit windy and you don't want to go next door to Pink Dot, what do? Guess what? You have snacks they sent for you. And they're amazing snacks. All with 0 trans fats, 0 high fructose corn syrup, and nothing artificial. They're healthy. So they got shit like barbecue kettle kernels, everything bagel sticks. Let me go to their website real quick. Oh, yeah. Cranberry almond bites. Those were good as fuck. Rose's sea salt chickpeas, and there was something sweet in here that I wanted, but I didn't see. Where was it? The Granny Smith apples, dried apples, that could be good. Honeycomb sunflower kernels. I don't even know what that means. Oh, here. Honey macadamia pretzel pops. Dude, they're sweet and salty together. Oh, I want that. I want that in my stomach. So anyway, naturebox.com/Ari. Free shipping and 50% off your first box when you enter Ari. So it's naturebox.com/Ari. 50% off your first box. Free shipping anywhere in the U.S. I think free shipping is always. Some quick dates for me, and then we'll start the episode. Big J was here, by the way, over this couple days. It was nice to see him again. We got so high. Me and Matt Egger, we're going to go see Gravity. So we're like, let's get high out of the Gravity bong. So we got high out of we're about to take it with us to Universal. And then we passed Big J, and Matt Egger's a big J fan. So he was like, can we stay? And I was like, yeah, we can stay. So we all got high out of the Gravity bong. And when you get high out of the Gravity bong and go see Gravity, you miss the showing of Gravity that you wanted to see. It floored me. That Matzo G, not the Matzo G, the OG Kush from that gravity bomb. We had fucking 3 bowls between 4 people. So a girl, she stopped early, and then the 3 dudes, we all pretty much kept going. So pretty much a bowl a person. And Jay had like 3/4 of her bowl, and the other girl had a quarter. So like, buried me. A gravity bomb. Who gave me that? Oh, the skunk guys. Man, it was great. So here are a few dates. Tempe, Arizona with Joey Diaz. April, the beginning of April. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. This weekend, San Jose. Nothing. Moon Tower at the end of April. Edmonton, Minneapolis. Camel Rock Casino in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's in May. All those 3 in May. Go to arithegreat.com for all the tour dates. If I mention one of those cities, fucking go. Otherwise, I'll be in LA. Like April 8th in LA, I have my next Storyteller show. The last one before I leave for New York. And then April 20th in LA, I have my Store 20 show at the Comedy Store. It's going to be fun. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. I've already asked some people to make sketches, a couple people to make videos. One guy's, Lance Kanstopoulos, is going to perform. It's just going to be a good variety show. There's going to be some stand-up in there, too. So, honestly, come, bring your own marijuana. They say you can't smoke inside, but they're not going to stop all of us. And that didn't come from me. You light up a J at your table, what are they going to do? Stop everybody? I can't see that. Doors open at 4 o'clock. Step outside at 4:20. Show starts at 4:30. Come. It'll be fun. All right, let's start the episode. Ari Shaffir Skeptic, episode 158. Thin-skinned comedy fucker with Mr. Joe DeRosa. Let's do it. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Joe DeRosa. This is either going to be the beginning or the end of the podcast.
Let's make it the beginning.
Okay, the very beginning. We'll do this before. End. You want me to double it?
Well,
no,
yeah.
They're not going to listen to it twice, the same exact thing.
All right. Well, yeah. Hi.
Joe DeRosa from new to Los Angeles. Let's do a proper intro with you. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
New to Los Angeles. No, not so new. 5, 6 months?
4 months? 5 months? Something like that? Yeah.
A writer on the still around Pete Holmes show.
Yeah, writer. We'll get into that. Writer on the Pete Holmes show, and you got
your own podcast.
Yes, doing my own podcast.
What's it called?
It's called Down with Joe DeRosa.
Down with Joe DeRosa.
Yeah, Down with Joe DeRosa.
The double meaning? Is that what you were going for there?
No, I just kind of mean like, hey, we're down, like we're down with each other. But yeah, but then also the word down suits
because
me.
You're hard on yourself with your depression. Like
just I'm a mope. I'm a fucking mope. Who are we kidding here? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
One of the best comics in New York works out at every one except weird clubs that won't book him.
Yeah, we'll get into that too.
Los Angeles is lucky to have him.
I'm glad to be here
now. You were always said like you wouldn't leave. Rachel Rush told me that. Joe DeRosa always says there's no reason to go to LA until there's a reason for you to go.
There was a reason to go.
Yeah, you got a
It's
job.
been great. Well, I got a job, and also too, auditioning's a lot better out here.
Yeah.
So it's nice for now, and then we'll see in a few years. Maybe go back to New York. Maybe do it by car. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah. Come here just for the summer. All right. Let's start the episode.
Learned how to use it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so easy. Did you see that setup time that I just did?
That's it?
Yeah, that was it.
Sounds fine?
Yeah.
This sounds like radio quality when it goes out there?
Yeah.
I pay an engineer every week.
Why?
Because I don't know how to do any of this.
Yes. Okay. I can teach you.
I mean, I know how to do some sound stuff, but I always thought like I needed a guy there riding the levels.
It's just more shit than is necessary.
Yeah.
More stuff to go wrong.
He also posts all my stuff for me. That's helpful.
Yeah, that's helpful.
That's very helpful.
That's a few hours a week at least.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do?
How much do you pay him?
Well, I don't want to discuss the man's money.
All right, fair
but
enough.
enough that I'm like
$25 an episode. Is it that?
No, it's higher than that.
Really?
Yeah.
When Katie did it for all those guys, for Pete and all those guys at Nerdist, she used to be $25 an hour, maybe. Maybe she didn't upload it. I don't know.
No, he does everything. He uploads it. He does everything with my web guy. Gets it onto the web. He does everything.
50?
Edits it.
Oh, I don't edit.
Yeah, he edits. Like if I make a mistake, I go cut that out, and he does it. He puts the music in.
That's
he's
more
he's good. He's very good.
Okay.
Are we on? Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, began already?
Yeah. You know how to.
So
I'll do intros later.
You do intros later?
Yeah. So we're talking about how we live. You live like an adult. You live like you have a girl here. I assumed when I walked in and Pete was here, I assumed he had already lived here and you were living with him.
No. I live alone. But I take some pride in my space.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
No, I guess not. I just don't. Isn't it so much effort?
What's the effort?
Why, you sweep? Looks swept.
Well,
It's mopped almost.
It was clean today.
Did you have a cleaner?
I actually hired a cleaner to come in today, but I usually clean on my own. It's just now with the writing job, I can't do the upkeep that I would usually do. Yeah. So the dust and everything gets away from me, so I just hired a cleaner to come in and do it today. So it was thoroughly clean today, but it's not far off from this usually.
Wow.
It's not far off from this. I mean,
even when I get a cleaner, the once every 2 years or so that I get one, it's never this clean.
The cleaning lady said, I was like, this, she goes, you just want 2 hours? And I was like, yeah. I go, it's not going to take you that and more than that. And she was like, no, this is...
Really?
She goes, this isn't bad at all. She's like, you keep it real clean.
I told this cleaning couple that came, and I was like, pretty much just concentrate on the kitchen and the bathroom. That's all I want you to do. And then he was like, no, I'll do the whole thing, man. I was like, well, just come upstairs. Really, I just want those are the things that are creating smell. And then...
creating smell?
That's like beyond dirty. And then...
how dirty does it get? Do you have like black mold in your bathroom and stuff?
No, nothing like that.
But what it smells about it?
I don't know if you don't clean the toilet for like 9-10 months.
What does your toilet look like?
Just white.
No, on the inside. Does it have like that ring around the water?
No, I'll clean that once in a while.
Well, what smells then?
I don't know. Just, build up.
Do you have mildew on your shower curtain?
Splashback. No, I don't think so.
Is there color to it?
No.
On the inside, like brown spots?
No? Never had that. I've heard of that.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, the guy came in and he laughed at me. He mocked me, a Mexican immigrant.
Well, that's got nothing to do with you being mocked.
What do you mean?
His heritage has nothing to do with it. Why did he mock you, though?
Because of how dirty it was. As soon as he walked in, he was like, whoa.
But I'm hitting all the key dirty things here. You're saying none of these things were the problem. What was the problem? You didn't have mold.
No. Well, like dishes in the sink.
Okay, how many dishes?
All of them.
What did you eat off of?
Paper or like pizza box tops?
All your dishes.
Yeah, eventually I just went paper. I was like, I ain't cleaning this. I'm just going paper.
Was there food in the sink and stuff?
There was, pieces of it.
Dude, you can get maggots like that.
Oh, yeah, I got maggots before.
You did?
Definitely have had maggots before. That's when you got to clean, you got to get rid of this stuff.
No, most civilized people would know well before that stage. That's disgusting. All right.
Yeah.
I don't mind telling you because you often say real cunty things to me.
Yeah.
In fact, I was complaining about you earlier today.
Why are you so thin-skinned, Joe DeRosa?
To your manager. Did she tell you I was going to give you shit about this?
Why are you so thin-skinned?
I'm not thin-skinned. But you brought me on stage the other night by saying he's a writer for the soon-to-be-canceled Pete Holmes show.
It was almost canceled. I was just making a joke.
It wasn't almost canceled.
That's what I heard.
No, it's not true. It was never almost canceled.
I was heard it was like they're waiting to see if it was coming back or not.
Well, like any TV show, you wait until they say, hey, it's coming back, but it was never almost canceled.
Oh.
That's not true. But good attempt at a save. You got a good way.
I got to laugh. It was just a funny joke that got to laugh.
Of course it got to laugh.
As I introduced you as, we're lucky to have this comic to Los Angeles.
No, that's not what you said.
Don't focus on any of those parts.
You didn't say that.
And the outro I did because I saw how fucking upset you were. As soon as I said it, as you were coming to the stage, you're like, what does this mean?
Well, why would you say that?
Just a laugh. It was just a joke to bring you on.
Why would you say that?
Because I thought it was almost canceled.
No, but that's not what you said. You said soon
to be canceled.
You didn't say the almost canceled. It didn't get canceled.
What's the difference?
You said the soon to be canceled.
That's a joke. It's a joke. I hope it goes for 30 years. I hope he gets into another fucking Leno style where somebody tries to take him out.
You don't mean
Some
that.
kid who's born 4 years from now.
You don't mean that.
I hope he grows up. No, I do. I don't give a shit.
Your false praise is transparent.
I like Pete. I like you too. I even rooted for fucking Sullivan and Sons and the first Louis that sucked. When everybody was like, oh, this is so... I'm like, guys, we all know it's terrible, but let's hope all our friends that are on it...
The HBO one, you mean?
Yeah.
Is that what I just wanted to understand what you meant by the first Louis.
Yeah, but Mintz was there and Norton. I'm like, yeah, keep having a job, man. Congratulations.
Right. Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not trying to muscle in on the late night. I don't give a shit.
Oh, I know you're not trying to muscle in.
I hope it goes for a long time.
I know. No. I know you're not trying to muscle in. It's a different... By the way, thin-skinned. I mean, who's thin-skinned here? You just exploded, man.
Because it's not the first time with you, and all I heard about you is that you get so fucking upset when people make fun of you.
All you heard?
Yeah.
From who?
That's the rumor from New York.
Who said
Big Jay.
that?
Metzger.
Oh, well, there are two barometers.
They said you would always get like crybaby-ish about stuff.
Yeah, do you know?
I made that video of you at the Village Underground to make fun of the fucking Comedy Cellar people.
Do you know when by the way, Big J and Kurt were referencing that I always get so cryberry?
When?
My first 6 months in New York that occurred 11 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. They're
well, why is it still happening?
They're not. It's not still happening.
Oh.
They're not. I'm not. Am I whining? Am I being a crybaby?
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I knew it was upsetting to you. I was like, what?
Well, because
upsetting. It's girl behavior.
Here's the. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You just deflated your whole argument.
Why? It's like that's what I would expect from a girl. That's the kind of behavior I always. But the overly emotional. Like, why'd you say that?
Here's what I'm.
Julia Rossi would say something like that, and I'd be like, it's okay. Sorry about that.
Here's what I'm getting at.
What?
Here's what I'm getting at. First of all, I'm being emotional right now. You are.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very good thing to point out.
Okay, good point.
Second of all, I'm not being crybaby about it, and I never said I was upset about it.
Yeah.
What I said was I didn't understand why you would say something
for a
like
laugh.
That. Yeah, but would you do anything for? Well, you would. I did see inappropriate comedy. You'll do anything for a laugh.
Did you?
No, I'm kidding. I didn't
good.
even watch it. I got halfway through the trailer.
Yeah.
All right, now we're even.
I don't care about that.
Why? But would you do anything for a laugh?
Yeah. What do you mean? It's just a joke. It's just a laugh on stage. It's a good way to bring somebody up. I brought Duncan up as he also fucked that chick I referenced in that story.
That's not insulting.
I guess not.
I wasn't insulted for me.
Oh,
at all.
You were insulted on Pete's behalf.
Not insult. No, that sounds stupid to say. I was insulted on Pete's behalf, but I wasn't like sitting there like, why is he making fun of me? I was just like, here's my thing. Like, I do a podcast now, and when I bring people on, I give them the most glowing intro I can give them because I'm like, thank you for being a part of this thing that I'm doing that I like.
Oh, yeah.
So I never understand when you do a guy's show. Thanks for paying us. That was nice.
You're welcome.
Seriously, that sounded sarcastic, but you really did pay us. It was really nice. But the thing is like when it's always weird to me when you do a guy's show and then like he'll like give you like a shitty intro. It's like, no, I'm here to be good on your show. Don't start me a little in the hole against this audience.
Do you think that would start you in the hole?
It didn't. It could. I've been in situations where stuff like that's happened.
Shitty
where the
comics do that.
Where the host will say something shitty and then you're like fighting that for the first minute, you know? But it's just always, I'm bringing it up to say to you, why?
Why would you tell Pete Holmes that?
I know you. What?
Why would you tell Pete Holmes that?
I didn't tell Pete. Your manager told Pete. I didn't tell Pete.
Oh, really? Why would she tell him that?
I don't know.
It's just a joke.
Here's the coincidence.
I would have done if he was there too.
Here's the coincidence.
I would have brought him up that way.
Here's where we're on the same team.
The host of the soon-to-be-canceled Pete Holmes show, Pete Holmes.
Here's where we're on the same team.
Where you never would have said that.
I was also thinking, why is she telling him that right now? I didn't tell him that.
Really?
She blurted that shit out to him like she bought him a Christmas present. As soon as he walked in the door, I was like, I go,
fucking
Pete,
Sam, idiot.
I go, Pete, I got 3 to 6 to watch True Detective. And he goes, what are you doing at 6? Because we're hanging out watching True Detective today. And he goes, what are you doing at 6? I go, I got to do Ari Shaffir's podcast. And your manager blurted it out. Almost, no, I'm sorry. He was here for a while. When she was leaving, I said, as she was leaving, because for anybody that's curious why I was meeting with your manager, I'm in search. You know,
search for representation.
Looking for a new manager right now.
What do you got? An agent or manager?
I have agents that I like very much, and I'm looking for a new manager.
Send you on the road, agents for that?
What's that?
You have agents to send you on the road?
Yeah, I have agents to cover all the bases.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a new manager. I met with your manager to see if we clicked, and I like her. She's very nice.
Yeah, she's cool.
And but as she was leaving, I said, we were wrapping up a conversation, and I said, the most important thing to me is that we get to explore cool opportunities, whatever it is, whether it's writing a book, whether it's doing a show, whether it's writing for the Pete Holmes show, because Pete's sitting right here. And I made a joke about that. He was sitting there. And then she said, you mean the soon-to-be-canceled Pete Holmes show? And then Pete went, what? Why would you? What is that? And then she ratted you out, told the whole story.
That motherfucker. I didn't know that
Did
part.
she tell you that I told him?
Yeah, she did.
Wow.
No, maybe she did. Maybe she did. Maybe she just.
Oh, maybe she did. Now you're covering your ass.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure the exact wordage. What is this tattoo?
It's nothing. It's colors.
Did you color something else in?
Well, I had something there that I covered up that I want to re-get the correct way. And this is the cover-up of it.
Oh.
And there's no explanation other than these are my 3 favorite colors, and me and the tattoo artist came up with this kind of weird painting.
What are the 3 colors? Blue, and blue?
Blue, black, and gray.
Oh.
See, that's a blue. They're close together, so it meshes, but blue, black, and gray. And there you go.
How's your stay been in LA so far? How long have you been
That's
here?
it. You're done on the tattoo.
I don't like it. It's fine. No, I don't like it.
It's okay if you don't like it.
I don't like the story. I mean, I don't like the story behind it. It's fine. I get it.
There's not a great story.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
What was the one you got in Moon Tower?
This one.
The no.
The no. Yeah. That's
one. Another one. People were making fun of you, and you're like, enough.
People, meaning Jay and Kurt.
At Moon Tower?
No, nobody made fun of me at Moon Tower, at least to my face. Maybe behind my back. I don't know. I feel like your whole New York experience is Jay and Kurt. I feel like it doesn't expand much past that.
No, I've known them the longest. Those are the only 2 guys I really knew before.
Right.
You were little.
Right. Now, which guy do you relate to more, Jay or Kurt?
Well, Kurt's always he just hasn't come around anymore. He's just always on Facebook or with Karen.
Yeah. Kurt, one of my best pals in the world, is a crazy person.
Yeah.
If I went into Kurt's house and he had a beautiful mind map on his fucking wall, I would be.
Hey, what's this all about, buddy?
In fact, Kurt, I'd be surprised if it wasn't on your wall. That would be what would shock me if I went to Kurt's house and there wasn't the beautiful mind.
I think I'm the only one that doesn't think that place is a pigsty.
I've never even been to it. I refuse to go.
I'll be honest, as dirty as I live, I went in there to sleep. He was going to drive me to the airport or something, and I had to sleep there once. And I was like, let me just sleep on your bed while you're out here, because he wouldn't stop playing video games. And I went in there and I just
Kurt wouldn't?
Yeah, and so I was just like, where would I put my head here?
No. Kurt, I just imagine it looking like the inside of a staph infection, the whole place. I just don't it looks like a place where there's maybe some sort of clinical testing for free happening. It just looks creepy.
His bed is he took one of those clingy sheets and just put it over dirty laundry.
Yeah.
So it's that's the bed now.
Yeah. And I don't know what I picture Jay's. I mean, I lived with Jay. His apartment. His apartment looks way more normal than you think it would. I mean, you'd think that it would look like the room that the people end up in Hellraiser when they open the box. Just a lot of chains hanging from the ceiling and leather and stuff. It's not like that. It's very regular.
Yeah, he's pretty regular. No, I see him more, but then he always goes off with Christine. Just goes off. At the end of the night, he's done.
Well, he's got a lot of gloves to cut the fingers off of. I'm sure that takes time. They pile up.
Nobody hangs out late there. Attell.
Nobody hangs out late in New York?
Yeah.
No, because you're hanging out with the 2 guys that don't hang out late. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting a very limited New York
well,
experience.
I eventually became friends with more people.
Yeah, Jay never hangs out.
Yeah.
Jay hangs out as long as you're doing Jay's plans with him.
Oh, yeah.
He's not breaking...
Want to ride to where I'm going?
Yeah. Dude, I got 6 spots tomorrow night. What do you got? Nothing? Just come with me to all my spots and hang out. Sounds like a blast, Jay. But Jay won't hang out late, and Kurt, for the fucking lunatic and borderline God knows what addict that he is.
Yeah, everything.
You can't get the guy to hang out.
No.
He lives like a Cub Scout. You're like, Kurt, you're the one guy in this room I could count on tonight to drink till 4 a.m.
He's like, I gotta go. I'm like, what do you mean? Where?
Hey, I'm gonna go home, Dave. I gotta go home, dude. I just got Thief came out for Xbox today, dude. I got Thief. Did you play a downloadable level, dude? I beat it already, dude. Came out this morning, Kurt. I beat it. It's so easy, dude. I created 6 guys in Skyrim. Okay, Kurt. I'm gonna try to go talk to people right now.
That sounds like him. That sounds like the worst of him.
Well, I feel as if I need to make up for lost time. I feel a lot of mockery of me has taken place between the 3 of you, and I need to now compensate for that.
No, they were telling me that before I even knew you. They were telling me that before, they're like, yeah, everybody pretty much hangs out and takes abuse a little bit, except DeRosa never really likes that.
Dude, I love trashings so much. Yeah. They're my favorite thing in the world. I go to hang out with Keith Robinson just so he trashes me. It kills me. And that's the thing that people never. This is where you and I have this misunderstanding, and I hate that we have it, but we do have it a little bit. What always bothered me was when guys would do it where I would be like, I don't really know you like that, dude. Yeah. Because me not knowing you is only me saying, I don't know what your limit is, so let's figure out what each other's limits are before we start doing it.
There's definitely some of that where you're like, wait, what? I don't know you, man.
I'm also big on not...
Who are you?
And to clarify what I was trying to say earlier, I'm also big on not making fun of somebody through somebody else's thing. Like me being like, hey, Ari, fucking Death Squad, queef. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Because now...
I get that all the time.
Now I'm making... And I don't think that. I like the Death Squad stuff. I'm just saying that. But if I were to say that, now I'm making fun of this other thing.
Oh, that you're not trying to.
But no, what I'm saying is if I were to insult that to insult you, now you're in this weird thing of like, well, what do I do? He didn't insult me. I defend this thing, but then am I making this person over here look bad? It's to me, it's not the right trashing etiquette. Come at me directly. Oh, you have tits, Joe. Okay.
Oh, right.
Oh, fuck you, big nose. You see what I mean?
Right.
Here we are.
Hey, Joe, how do you feel about them putting your picture up in a club they never book you in?
I don't like it. But that picture was only there for a TV show. Yeah. Actually, that made me feel really good. I was like, it made me feel good that my pictures were all over the walls for a TV show occurring in a club that wouldn't book me. Yeah, it made me feel like, yeah, guys.
Hey,
like
idiots, I'm on TV to get here, and you won't have me?
Yeah, I'm in your club on a television show.
Yeah.
Still can't get a booking.
They still never booked you even after that?
Well, I lived in L.A. already, so I stopped trying. I stopped going around there about 3 months before I left town.
When I started the store, I used to tell people that wouldn't get spots. I'm like, no, keep going in. What's the difference? There's one phone call every week. What's the difference? You know, even if they don't book you for a year, like, what's the skin off your back? Right. But then there's clubs that don't book you after like 3 months, 4 months. You're like, what am I doing this for?
I just can't. I can't do the whole... My thing is this.
Hang out to try to get spots?
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
My thing is this. You can tell me, we don't want you in this room. Like, we don't want you here, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
We don't think you're funny. We don't think you're right. But I would be like, that's cool, man. I can totally accept that. I wouldn't even get angry at that. I'd be like, okay. Or you can tell me, we want to book you, no questions asked. Great. Okay. But I can't stand the in-between. I can't stand the like, sort of... tepid, sort of fucking like, well, maybe we'll see. Why don't you come around a little more?
What does that mean?
It's like, no, around? I'm not doing that.
Why? I have stuff to do.
Yeah, it's like
doing stuff.
It's like yes or no, man.
Why are you only there on Fridays and Saturdays till midnight?
Yeah. Also, too,
that's the busiest nights.
Also, too, tell me this. Hey, dude, we'd love to have you, but I got a line of guys out the fucking door, and I can't book you right now.
Brian Scalera once. They were like, just so you know, we can't book you next week because everybody's called in, like the week before Christmas or something. And he goes, all right, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
Or even being a new guy trying to get in going, we'll get you in eventually, but right now, we got too many guys.
Right.
Fine.
What do they do with you? What do they do with you?
Nothing. It was always this weird... I'm in. I get the discount. They're nice to me. Yeah. Sometimes I get spots, but I'd only get 10 minutes when everybody else got 15.
Oh, really?
It was little shit like that, and then I never got booked again. And then they told me basically they weren't going to book me.
They weren't.
In so many words, they never flat out said it, but they kind of said it.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where, I was pissed off because, like. You know, it's a club where I'll just say it. It's a club where the staff, a lot of the time, not all the staff, certain people on the staff feel like they're part of the whole thing, and you start getting like there's a trashing going on at the table.
Oh, right.
You, me,
and
Keith,
then the waiter comes in,
Bobby, whoever it is, and we're all hanging out and we're trashing each other, and then not a waiter, higher up.
Oh.
In the staff.
Kurt's roommate.
Not the booker either. Yeah. I'm not referring to the lady that books the club.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be tactful.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine.
Upper staff.
Okay. All right. One of the managers, whatever it is.
Top people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Start making fun of you.
Yeah.
Like it's all part of the thing. And it's like, hey, dude, okay.
You're the person holding me back.
We're here. Exactly. We're here. If I worked here and you were breaking my balls, that's one thing. Right. But when I don't work here and now you're breaking my balls.
Yeah.
And now look, I'll just tell you the fucking story. Fuck it. It'll be good podcasting.
Yeah, sure.
This will be good podcasting. The owner of that club one night texted me and said, we're talking about the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
The owner of that club texted me one night and said, can you come down here and do a spot on The Late Show? It was a Saturday night.
Great.
I said, I can't.
Because you were busy.
I'm at Gotham tonight, and I'm headlining, so I can't leave.
Oh, yeah.
I only told him the headlining part to not to be like, I'm headlining, but to be like, I'm literally glued here for 3 shows tonight. And also, I can't go perform somewhere else. Like, you're not supposed to do that. You know what I mean? When you're headlining a room on a weekend in New York. So I was just like, I just can't tonight, but basically here's why. Thank you, though. He goes, no problem. I'll tell you another time. Great. I see the owner 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
I'm doing Robert.
Now, you've always tried to get into the Comedy Cellar. Pretty much everyone in New York does, right?
I've been passed.
Right.
And then unpassed and
oh, really?
Passed again, sort of, and then not passed. And it's just a fucking whatever. I don't care.
So you see the owner again.
I see the owner again. I'm doing Robert Kelly's podcast
upstairs
above the cellar where they record it, and the owner comes in because it's his place where they record it, and he comes in, hey man, what's up? And we're just talking for a second, and I think this all occurred on the air, quote air unquote,
on Bobby Kelly's podcast.
I believe this was all recorded,
funny.
Which is why I was like, fuck it, I'll just talk about it. I believe this was on the air. He goes, we were all making fun of your tattoo 2 weeks ago. Ooh, boy, did you get a good trashing. First of all...
Bobby Kelly said that?
No. No.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, his name's No.
Who gives a shit about names? I don't care.
His name's Noam. Noam goes, ooh, you were getting a big trash. Right away, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
You're not a comic, dude.
Yeah.
Don't sit here and qualify the trashing and, ooh, boy, were you taking a good one. Oh, I might have taken a good one from some other people, Noam. But you didn't get any good ones in on me. You think you did. You own the club.
Because you
they laugh when you talk because you own the club. Anyway, so that just annoyed me, but I wasn't a cunt about it. I was just like, oh, yeah. And I go, oh yeah, the tattoo trashing, that's original. I haven't heard this a million times on Opie and Anthony and everything else where I've been trashed for it, right? And he goes, we were trying to get you down to the club because you weren't there, and we wanted to pull you into the trashing. And I go, oh, okay. And he goes, oh, remember when I texted you to do a spot?
That's why he texted you, so they could come trash you?
Yeah. And I go, no, listen to me. Now, this is all paraphrasing because, again, it might be on record, literally, and I don't remember exactly what the wording was.
Yeah, get the shit.
But it was something along the lines of, no, listen to me. That's the meanest fucking thing anybody's ever done to me. I go, you literally were going to bring me down to you offered me work
in order to make fun of me?
In order to make fun of me? I go, what's wrong with you, man? Like, I go, that's fucking like sick. And he goes, no, I would have paid you either way. And I go, you think I want your fucking money like that? Dude, what's the matter with you? And I go, no.
Well, at least he gave you the spot. He wasn't like dangling a fake spot over your head.
No, there was no spot.
He would have put you on stage, though.
No, he wouldn't have. He was like, I would have just paid you the spot money.
To come down there, take some abuse, and then leave?
Come down there, come down there for the bait of a spot.
He wasn't going to give you stage time?
No, and then I would have shown up, and there would have been no spot, and I would have been like, what the fuck? And he would have like, ha, we're trashing you.
See those tattoos.
And then here's $75 because you thought this was... I mean, dude, that's literally like some There Will Be Blood shit to me. That's like psychotic rich guy shit, like, I'm throwing money at you to dance for me. It fucking pissed me off. We ended the. I believe I said to him on the air, no, I'm serious. That's the meanest fucking thing anybody's. That's really fucked up. And then afterwards, I saw him and I go, dude, I'm serious, man. That's fucked up, dude. I'm not joking. And he was like, he goes, come on, dude. And he goes, you want to go on right now? And I go, no, I don't want to go on right now.
Oh,
I go, no.
So he gives you pity. Fine. Here's a candy. And you're like, dude, I don't want it now.
And the last time I saw him, I was at the cellar. Because I still the fucking
because it's in you.
Needy
you still
comic
go.
I am. I still hung out down there, and this
you've been there lots of times.
Yeah. This was the last time. The next thing I'm about to tell you.
No way. You've been back there.
No. I've been back there since that incident.
Okay.
But the thing I'm about to tell you is the last time I ever set foot in there, and it was the end of the line.
Was it after the Attell taping?
No.
Before?
It was before that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. The Attell taping, just so everybody knows what we're talking about, we both did this new show for Comedy Central. Are we allowed to talk about it?
I guess so. Yeah, why wouldn't we be?
Yeah, it's not
Everyone's always allowed to talk about everything. Everyone says that.
It's not like
say this.
It's not like some secret thing they didn't announce, right? No. They put it online. Yeah, there's Attell's hosting this new, like a stand-up show, like a Live at Gotham kind of thing. Except he's the host every week, and it's dirty. It's uncensored. It's pretty awesome. So you and I both did it, but they shot it at the Village Underground, which is the other Comedy Cellar, owned by the same people, obviously. So I went to the. Yeah, what am I going to do? No, I'm not taping your show. It's like whatever. That's the only time since this other thing happened. So what happened? This is what happened. I was sitting at the Cellar one night, and it was me, Dan Soder, Sam Morrell, and I think Keith Robinson.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the best clubs in the country.
Yeah.
What's your favorite club on the road to work? What's the worst club you've ever worked? That kind of shit.
Yeah.
And somebody goes, "What's the best club? What's the best fucking club in the country?" And Dan was like, I think such and such is great. I said, I love the Punchline clubs, and the Laughing Skull is great. I was like giving like nods to all these clubs that I really loved.
That's a conversation. And
as I'm doing that, Noam goes, "What about the Comedy Cellar?"
Yeah.
Don't you, come on, man. I would say this is one of the best clubs in the country. He's very serious. He's not being funny.
Yeah.
He's being very serious. And I go, "I'm sorry, Noam. I'm going to keep my list to the clubs that actually book me."
Yeah.
And he goes, well, wait, you want a spot? You want to go on right now? You want to go on right? Again, with the pity shit. You want to go on right now? And I go, no.
Book me.
No, I don't want to go on right now. I want you to put me on your schedule the way you book every guy that fucking opens for me.
Why won't they put you on there? Oh, wow. Good one.
I felt bad after I said it. I called...
You told all the other guys?
I called Dan and Sam afterwards. I was saying it because I know Dan and Sam aren't openers, but like I said it because they were guys that I had on shows with me when I could. There were two guys that I'd hook up when they were struggling.
Luckily, they're not you. They didn't take any offense by it.
No. But I didn't say it to be offensive to them.
No, why would anyone take offense at it? It's ridiculous. Go ahead.
And he goes, and I forget what he said, and then I said one other thing, and then I was just like...
What was the last thing?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
But it was something that really put a period on the whole thing, and I was just like, whatever. And then I just took off.
What did Keith do during that time?
Keith wasn't there when that happened. He was at the beginning of this, and he got up and left. And then I remember telling Keith about it later... And I think he kind of felt like I shouldn't have done that, but I was just like, you know what, man, I just want to. I was like, I got to a point where I was like, I want to put a nail in the coffin. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do this. I want this guy to know
that
I'm fucking offended. And I mean, dude, I don't think I'm anybody fucking special. I'm not sitting here going, I'm better than anybody else, or I deserve this, or I deserve that. But for Christ's sake,
yeah, but you're one of the better comics in New York. It's kind of ridiculous that you don't work at that club. Why don't you work at that club? It seems weird.
I don't know.
It seems like you would have been working at that club all along.
The 2 times I was ushered into the club,
yeah,
I was put under a fucking magnifying glass.
Yeah.
They didn't let me learn. They didn't give me time to learn the room. I would have 2 decent sets, and then that was it.
Yeah.
You're not crushing. I assume this is what it was. You're not crushing. I'm not crushing. You're putting me on at 1:20 in the morning on a Tuesday, and I'm trying to learn the fucking room. Yeah. Let me learn the room. Let me breathe. You've let other guys do that. Other guys did it.
Yeah.
I remember when Jay got past there, him saying like, man, it's like a room that you have to learn. Like, it's a different room. I know guys that have... enormous. I remember talking.
Jay was saying that to me by the end. He was like, "Oh, you're really getting it now. This place, it's like you don't care anymore here."
Yeah, it's like you need that time to get past like
because they hype it up in your head like this is the spot. You got to go up here. This is the only spot. And you're like, it's supposed to be a workout room. Aren't we supposed to use this to get better? And then
no, that's
you
not
get so worried. So then you're like, I can just breathe myself. We've been doing this a long time.
No, that's a material room. That's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's fucking. They just didn't, and I'm not like, I know I'm like speaking passionately about it, but I'm not angry about it. I'm just like.
Do you go up at the store?
Nah, not really.
Here? Do you work out here?
I do a lot of sets here.
Really?
Not really at the store. I do sometimes on a Monday night or something, you know, the standard drop-in stuff.
Have you tried to get in there?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I talked to Tommy about it, and, you know, I know there's a sort of rigmarole that you kind of have to go through, and, you know.
Me and Bill Burr had both talked to him about Big J, and he was still fighting us. It's like, wow, why did Bill Burr drove all the way down here? He wasn't even on. Just drove down here to tell me about this guy that I got to give a spot to. I'm like, so what's the problem, man? Bill Burr drove all the way down here to tell you about some guy.
Did he pass Shay?
Eventually. He wanted to be the one who did it. That's what it was. He didn't want someone else telling him.
I need a push from somebody in that place.
Yeah, I'll talk to him about you. But you got to go. I mean, he knows you are. Okay, that's good.
He knows me. We talked about it. He was like, you need to come for a few Mondays, and then...
So annoying.
It is
like that's the way in when you're beginning, and then when you come 12, 13 years into comedy, you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to hang out.
Yeah, right now, like, I was like, okay, I'll see you next week, and then I didn't go because I was just like, right now, I don't have time for this.
Right.
I'm writing on a TV show. I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing sets that I've booked elsewhere.
Yeah.
I've got auditions. I don't have time. I don't have time to play the game right now. There are places like the Improv that'll just book me.
How much do you get up at the Improv?
Not a ton, but I'm past, and they get on the produced shows and stuff. There's not a lot of shows there.
No, there's not a lot of.
But the point is like the Improv. It's always been like you're past.
Oh right.
And
everyone is at this Improv. Improv has no like a group of people that work out there.
Yeah, it does seem a little more random.
Yeah, it's just all these produced shows that are like independent.
I'm pretty sure Tommy has passed me already. Like,
haven't you been on lineups? Haven't I seen your name on lineups there?
Dude, I've gone down there so many times where he said to me, I love you, I want to get you in front of Mitzi, and then it wasn't Mitzi anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Then I went up in front of him, and it's
just him now. I'll ask him tonight when I go there. But
I mean, I'd love to work there. It'd be a lot of fun.
I asked Hannibal once. He was there just drinking, and I was like, "Have you tried to get in here?" He goes, "Oh, I'm not giving anyone else the opportunity to say no to me." He's like, "I'm done with that. They can invite me if they want." Which I like, but also it's like, just say hi and say you're interested. Each of you meet each other halfway.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Yeah, like with Tommy, I tried to understand a little more, like, all right, he's kind of passing me, but he's not.
Yeah.
But it was a little too big of a question mark for me to fuck around with it right now. I felt like he was in so many words saying to me, just play this game with me right now, and you'll get in.
Yeah.
And maybe he was saying that, but there was enough of a question about maybe he wasn't that I was like, now's not the time. I need my time. Like, I need to go do the things I need to do. It's really hard to work, 50 to 60 hours a week and then do spots on top of it.
Oh yeah. What time do you get off that show?
Well, on a slow day we'll get out around 6, but usually 7, sometimes 9.
Said to Pete when I was here. I knew he knew, so I was like, should we just pretend this didn't happen?
What?
That stupid fucking introduction.
Yeah, I don't know why Sam told him. Like, I wasn't going to tell Pete. I knew, like, even...
You're not supposed to share those things.
I didn't tell Pete that.
Stupid
like,
Sam.
I never told him. I was like, because I was like, that's just a thing that'll upset him.
I heard Rick James was talking shit about Stevie Wonder once. Like a ton of shit, and somebody told him. Somebody's like, "Oh, he was talking shit." He said, "You weren't that musically talented." I said, "What were you doing?" He goes, "Well, we were drinking." And he goes, "Oh man, that's just drinking talk." He was like, "You shouldn't tell me that shit."
Yeah, it's like when you do. I remember I did a roast once, and I made fun of somebody that wasn't there, and then somebody told the person, and it was like,
"What are you telling?"
And I wasn't doing it like. I didn't even do it like in a sneaky way. Like, I didn't even think, like, there was no part of my head that I was like, I hope nobody says anything. I just made a joke, not knowing roast etiquette. That's why I get a little, I hate the word sensitive, but that's why I get a little touchy when somebody makes, like I was saying, when you make fun of me through somebody else, kind of. That's why I'm touchy about it, because after I did that, I learned roast etiquette, and it was like, you don't fucking make fun of people that aren't here to defend themselves.
Oh, right. Unless they're scheduled, and then they too pussy to show up, and then you're like, well, I already wrote this joke, motherfucker. Yeah. I'm doing it.
That's a little different. But yeah, like, and I was like, oh, you should never do that.
You can make fun of other people. What do you mean? That's so much fun.
No, you can make fun of other people, but when it's public and the person doesn't have a public chance to defend themselves. See, that's my point.
Oh, yeah.
You make fun of me publicly if you bring me on stage and go, this guy's got a great set of tits, Joe DeRosa, then I can go up and make fun of you.
Oh, right.
But if you go, Pete's show that he works for is going to get canceled, ha, 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 they all laugh at that, then I go up, now I'm in this precarious position of like, well, what do I do now?
You don't even deal with it. There's nothing comment.
But listen, I'm not. Nobody's upset about it. I'm just. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm just using it as an example.
Because you're like, well, it's not going to get canceled. And then where are you? Nowhere.
Yeah. You're not going to get canceled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then and then I make fun of you, and then they didn't like when I made fun of you.
What'd you say about me?
I was like, oh, maybe if it gets canceled, Ari, I can have a storytelling show. Then they fucking didn't laugh at that at all. And now we're in this goofy thing.
Because there's no second level to it. That's why.
You know?
Yeah.
Look, who cares? I'm over it.
All right, that's good. What have you gotten laid at her yet?
No.
You have not? What are you talking about? How long have you been here?
Since
October.
Way.
Since before the Attell thing? November, December, January, February. No way.
Yeah.
You got laid in 4 months? You've been back.
I haven't had sex in... Ari, I can't remember the last...
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait a second.
I can't believe this from you.
Wait a second. I strike that. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I have had sex since I've been here.
Okay.
Once, but with somebody I knew from before in New York.
Oh, okay.
So I forget that, like, oh, well, we did actually...
Knew. Yeah.
Well, I don't mean it like, oh, it's nobody knew. I just mean like... That's not what I mean. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? No, I'm clumping it in with all the times I've ever been with this person. Like I'm like it didn't. That's not standing out as like L.A. sex. You know?
Yeah. Do you not have a network out here of people you can like go to?
No, I mean, what am I, a fucking pimp? Who's got a network before they get to the city?
I don't know. Not a network of people that have sex with, but people you know that you can choose from.
Yeah, Ari, I hang out sort of with you.
Yeah.
It's really doing me wonders. No, I got nothing. The only girls I really meet are the girls at work, and I'm not going to hook up with a girl at work. So
yeah.
So
you hook up with people in the scene though all the time.
I used to.
You're good at that.
I used to a little bit more. I don't really do it anymore. But my whole defense of that, because like people have said it to me before, and they go, man, you've hooked up with a lot of comics, or you've dated a lot of comics. And I go, well, of course I have. I'm a comedian.
That's who you hang out with.
That's who I hang out with.
Yeah.
Who else am I supposed to date? The fucking drunk girl that you meet after the show?
Right. They have nothing in common with?
Yeah, and we've all hooked up with those people, but it's never great. It's always like some...
I've hooked up with a few comedians and people in the scene, too. Just like, tangentially in the scene. It's fun. Yeah. You have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it is fun.
But it seems like that was your like main thing for a while. Not in a bad way, but just like that would be the only crop of people you choose from.
They were the only people I was around.
Yeah. I saw you one night at the stand. They come in and you were like looking left and right. You're like, what? You're like, I don't know. I hooked up with this one girl and this other girl's mad at me. And you're like, oh. And I couldn't understand, like, why would she be here? And then I realized, like, oh, they're both just comics or waitresses or just in. And I'm like, whoa. Well, this is so much trauma you've invited on yourself.
All right, is this show called Blowing Up Your Spot?
No, it's all right. It's only help you. Girls in the scene will be like, oh, cool.
Jesus Christ.
Market.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm amazed by you.
Thank you. Now, any LA comic that hears this won't ever go out with me. Great.
Okay, well, I have questions about it.
Yeah.
Do you fall in love with these girls, or do you just like hook up with them?
I don't fall in love with most girls, but there are a few that I look at as ones that got away.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, that's a very honest answer. I don't know. I fucked it up, or they hated me, or it didn't work out. Whatever the thing was, you know. But yeah, there's a couple girls. There's probably 3 girls in my life that I would look back on and go, that hurts to think about.
Because
that
you actually liked them a lot.
Yeah. Some would say I was probably approaching love had it lasted long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens? They just break up with you? They don't want to do it anymore, or you fuck it up?
I mean, look, how convenient. Most of the ones that have that I still pine a bit for were ones that didn't really want to date me anymore.
Oh, right.
But there are...
Yeah, it's when you're not done playing with your toy. It's just fucking harder to give it up.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is like, I mean, I'm not... It's not entirely true what I'm saying. Like, there was 2 of them... Let me really think about this. I'd say 2 of them were ones that I fucked it up.
Yeah.
I ruined it because one girl I got insecure and I cheated on her.
Okay.
And I told her because I felt guilty. I know. It was a rookie.
That's never the way to go.
Rookie mistake. I know. That was one girl.
Live with the guilt. That's your punishment.
One girl I just...
Learn to forget about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, quickly.
One girl I just distanced I just...
Try to pull away from.
I just pulled away. And
close.
yeah, maybe that's what it was. I don't know if I was afraid or what, but I just pulled away.
How old were you for that one?
And then there are probably 2 other ones that walked away from me. What was that?
How old were you when the one you like distanced yourself from?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I was in my 30s.
Oh.
Yeah. I was in my 30s. I still have intimacy issues, but I think I'm getting over them.
You ever date a girl?
Have I ever dated a girl?
Yeah, do you ever?
Yeah, I just told you about 4 that I dated.
Yeah, but like when I guess ongoing or whatever?
No, those were all like almost, those were between girls I was seriously dating or like girlfriends or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they weren't like 2-week hookup girls.
Oh, okay.
No, these were girls like for months. Like there was stuff going on,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, nothing though long term, like in the traditional sense of that word, like a year, 2 years. I've never made it to a year because as soon as I feel like this isn't going to work, I'm not. I do that with everything.
What, you just pull out like emotionally?
I just go, I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out, like, because I know it's not right. I get a gut feeling, and I just know it's not right, and I just know it's not going to work ultimately for me. So I don't
work. That's the problem, though.
String it along.
They never work.
Well, weren't you in like a real long thing with somebody?
Lots of people, but then none of them work. What does that mean? Work? Die together?
What's your longest?
4 years. 3 or 4 years.
How recent was that?
Probably 5, 6 years ago.
How about recently? What was the longest?
Nothing. Maybe 3, 4 years ago. A year and a half, 2 years.
And what are you doing now?
Maybe not even actually 9, 10 months. What?
You're just crushing ass now.
I just see who I want to see.
You've been on
I'm over that shit. I'm
over
that
on a bit
shit.
of a tear.
I'm done being afflicted by that relationship stuff.
Yeah, but I've seen you. You're like a bit of a ladies' man.
Yeah, but what I admire about you is your ability to keep it in this tight-knit community. Like I'll go like outside of it, and when I break up with them or it goes bad, it's just like, oh, whatever, just between me and the girl.
Well, I mean, it's not like the only girls I ever date are comics.
It seems like it is.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Here's why it seems like it is.
Yeah.
2 reasons. Have I dated a decent number of comedians?
Yeah.
Dated / or hooked up with or whatever.
Metzger still's not over that one girl.
Who?
The Italian-ish looking girl, Jewy Italian.
That he dated?
Yeah. What was her name?
Jewy Italian.
Yeah,
girl.
she was either Jewy or Italian. She was a comic. Jen DeFilippa. Is that a
Jessica
girl?
Delfino?
Boom.
Oh, they were engaged.
Oh, wow.
He's not over her?
Nah, not
You
fully.
sure you want to say that on the podcast? Because he's got a long-term girlfriend currently?
But I mean, it's still stuck inside of him. It's not like he's still like hoping to get back together with her.
No,
it's still
dude.
like a little
they
piece of him and still in there.
They all. I mean, you can't spend. Here's the thing that I feel like a lot of people don't get with relationships. It's like, people expect it to always just be 110% behind you. How could it be? It's like having a best friend that suddenly isn't your best friend anymore. And then people go, well, how could you still miss her? How could you still want to be friends with her? It's because I had a great fucking time with her.
Yeah.
And I miss her.
Yeah.
She's my pal. Like, we had fun together.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the thing. I would never feel weird about that. I would feel weird about somebody I dated spending a lot of time with that person. That would make me a little uncomfortable. But seeing them in appropriate social settings and things of that nature wouldn't bother me,
Oh, right. Yeah, you don't get weird when you see them later? I've like lost clubs I can't go to if I've dated inside the scene, at least for like a month or two, where I'm like, it's just too weird.
I fucked up with that royally once, and I'll never do it again.
I had a rule that I wouldn't date waitresses, and then I realized, like, they won't even be back here next year. I've never dated an LA or New York waitress, but why? What happened?
Oh, I dated a girl. It's too long and too painful to go into. But
No way.
I dated a girl that booked a club.
Oh.
She wasn't the booker when I started dating her. She became the booker.
And you were still dating her? Mm-hmm. Ooh, then you can't break up with her.
And the first thing I said to her, this is what I wanted to talk about on your storytelling show the other night, but it's so long and I just didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to stand up there.
I don't know where your jokes are here.
Yeah, but I'll never forget, we were out one night, and I there was already trouble in paradise. I knew we weren't going to last.
Yeah.
And she was all excited. I go, what's up? What are you so excited about? She goes, I got promoted to Booker today. And it came from out of nowhere. And I go, what happens if we break up? Oh. That was the first thing that it came out like organically.
It's so self-absorbed.
I know it is, but it was. Wow. I knew it wasn't going to last. I knew that before she told me that it wasn't going to last, because she had been doing so much shitty stuff
to you.
Yeah, and I was being shitty back. Yeah. But it was just, we were just bad for each other. She would do stuff like she'd hang on dudes in bars in front of me.
Oh.
Or we'd be at a bar and she'd disappear, and then 10 minutes later show up, and I'd be like, where are you? Where were you? She'd be like, oh, that guy and me were doing blow in the bathroom. And I'd be like, you just...
Guy and you what?
I go, do you know what it means when you go into the bathroom with a stranger? He's going to try to fuck you. Do you understand that? She was so inappropriately like touchy-feely with guys that one night we were walking back to my apartment, and there was a dude following us.
Because he thought he had such a chance?
He thought he was going to hook up with her.
Wow.
And I had to I turned around, and I was like, dude, get the fuck away from me right now. Get the fuck out of here right fucking now. I'm serious.
What did he do? Did he look at her and go,
he was just like, so he was so drunk. He was just like, all right, sorry. And he left. And I went home with her, and we had the fight of a fucking lifetime.
About it?
Of course.
Yeah.
And then she would literally sit there and go, I don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing wrong.
Fucking girls, man.
Yeah.
They just deny so well.
They deny.
Fuck. I've had that other side of that where a girl's being super flirty. You're like, wow, this is really good. And then you're like, well, I'm here with so-and-so. I'm like, motherfucker, you're going to get me in a bad position.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, men accuse and women deny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a normal relationship.
I think so. But it's, so what happened? Both are false,
So how long did you keep dating her after that?
Sorry, dude.
Oh, did you fart?
Cut when it reeks.
All right.
How long what?
Did you keep dating her after that, after she got promoted to Booker?
For a while.
And then when you broke up, what happened?
Here's how we broke up. We were fighting a lot, and I said we need to take a little break. We need to take a step back. Yeah. And she said, okay. And it was right before I went on this big trip. I was going on the road to San Francisco and to Sacramento and to LA.
Yeah.
I was going to be gone for 3 weeks.
It wasn't Rebecca, was it? You didn't date Rebecca.
Who, Trent?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
From the Creek in the Can?
I don't know.
No. This was a long time ago.
Okay.
And so I went to the West Coast, and I was on the West Coast. I was only featuring. This was a long time ago this all happened. I was featuring at the Punchline Clubs, I think, for Donnell Rawlings. And we were, while I was out there, my uncle died. And my uncle was my mom's brother and her last living relative. So you can imagine.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Devastating to my mom. I'm so broke, I can't leave to come home for the funeral. I have to make this $600.
Oh.
You remember those days? You're that fucking broke.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't do it. I can't give this gig up. I have to work. I have to fucking work. And my mom is calling me hysterical, and I'm calling my cousins. He had six kids. I was calling my cousins and saying, I'm so sorry, and I can't be there. And you feel like a piece of shit because you can't be there, and it's horrible, and you can't comfort your mom because you're on the other side of the country and all this stuff. Terrible. So my girlfriend at the time calls me, and she's talking to me. She knows everything that's going on, and she says, do you even miss me? Oh, because you don't sound like you miss me. And I said, I'm sorry. I'm a little fucked up right now. My mom's calling me every 10 minutes crying hysterically. I've been on the phone all day with my cousins. My uncle dying. I'm fucked up.
So she was like, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
And she knew I wasn't like really close with my uncle in the sense of like he's not a guy I would call to confide in.
Yeah.
But I love the guy. And I go, so I'm sorry, I'm a little fucked up. And she said, what did you think she said?
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have. I feel bad. I shouldn't have pushed you.
Oh,
something like that. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were going through that. I feel bad.
How about
something along those lines?
How close? About close? You're really close.
Okay.
I'm amazed actually at how close you are. It was almost like that, except it was a slight difference. What she said was, I think it's disgusting that you're using your uncle's death as a excuse to pretend like you're sad right now. That might be important to you, but this relationship is what's important to me.
Wow.
And I said, you're a horrible fucking person.
Wow.
You're the worst person I've ever met in my life. And I know you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. Never fucking talk to me ever again.
Wow.
And every reason I wanted to dump her up until that point was completely justified. Her hanging on the guys, her denying things in arguments, her lying. She would lie a lot.
You see it all at the same time then,
you
right?
see it all. And you go, oh, I've been dating a fucking psychopath.
You take the veil off.
Yeah. Completely off.
Wow.
So that was that.
And then what, you never got a spot again? Who was it, Sam from Caroline's?
No,
it was a long
not
time
Sam.
Ago.
Sam's the best.
Who was the club? What was the club? Just tell me the club, not the name.
I don't want to trudge up. There's certain dirt I shouldn't trudge up right now.
Was it a good club or was it a bad club?
Yeah, it was a good club.
Oh.
And I didn't...
Was it Esty?
No. Yeah. It was Gnome. It wasn't a girl. It was Gnome. I was dating Gnome, and that's why I don't work the cellar.
What was she before the booker? A waitress?
I like SD quite a bit, by the way.
Yeah, me too. She's all right.
Yeah, I like SD.
That is really like... Oh, you say those
I just want to be clear that my upsettedness is not directed at SD. And I don't hate Gnome. It just bugs me. Anyway, go ahead.
You should get spots there. It's an injustice. What's happened that you don't get spots there.
I think that door is closed once your manager hears this podcast and calls Gnome to tell him.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What'd you ask me?
What did I ask you? It was an excellent question.
Uh-huh.
What was it? Who's texting you?
Right.
Was she a waitress before? What was she before? How did you just become the booker?
She was a waitress.
Not a comic. Okay.
My theory was, this is a little arrogant, I guess, but like my theory was that she got a little more notice because she was dating me and I was working at the club so much.
Right. So she got more of like a buzz off you.
Not that I was anybody big.
Yeah, Christina Ricci shows up with someone on her arm. Who's that? Who's that gentleman?
Am I Christina Ricci?
You're in this sense you are.
All right.
And that girl was Owen Benjamin.
Yeah. No, I just felt like I worked at the club a lot. She was a new waitress there.
Yeah.
I was dating her. They would the staff would make jokes about how we were dating. I feel like that kind of got her a little on the radar of a little more than she would have been.
People respect you more because they're off limits.
People what?
People respect her more probably because she's off limits. When you don't have to look at a girl as a sexual thing because they're like, oh, my friend dates her, I can't. I'm like, oh, let me take her seriously for her insights.
No. I don't think it was anything like that. I literally just think it was like the upper management got a kick out of the fact that we were dating, and that put her in their minds. And when it came time to fill a position, who on the staff would be good for that? Oh, well, how about?
She's great.
Yeah, you know, I really feel like that's probably kind of what happened. You know what I mean? Because she was so new to the club. She was the new girl.
Did you ever go back there?
Oh, yeah. No, I worked there.
She stopped working
again.
at some point.
She's not there anymore.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, she's not there anymore. Dude, the story doesn't end there.
Oh.
Tons of crazy shit happened after that.
What happened?
She, one of her, and I'm actually very friendly with this guy now, but one of her friends one night got really drunk and like tried to fight me out in front of a bar.
Because of something she said about you?
I guess so.
Girls do that.
She painted this. She painted this crazy picture.
Yeah, of course.
And two guys that I knew that were friends with her, that I was pals with, like were real standoffish with me, and one of them tried to fight me, and I was like, "This is bullshit, guys. This is bullshit. You don't know what's going on. Stuff's fucked up. Nobody's listening to me right now. Everybody's listening to her because she's on the inside."
Yeah.
And 2 days later, I saw him again, and he was like, "Dude, I'm sorry, man. I was fucking out of line. I'm sorry." And I was like, "It's all good, dude. It's all fucking good. Don't worry about it."
My My friend was hooking up with the front bartender at the Comedy Store once, and he was like, no, she's awful, I hate her, but yeah, we hooked up. She goes, I never hooked up with him. And we're all like, dude, she says she didn't hook up with you. And he goes, have I ever lied to you before?
Right.
I've told you about every fat girl I've ever fucked.
Right.
I'm telling you that I did.
Right.
And then when I found out, I was like, sorry. He goes, yeah, why didn't you believe me?
Yeah, I know.
Why would you take... I'm like, 'cause she's prettier than you, I guess.
I know. That's incredible. It's incredible. It is like there's a reason that thing, the sirens, is like a thing.
Oh, right.
There's a reason that's a thing where you believe the song of the female.
Yeah.
It lures you in, and then it fucking eats your heart or whatever the sirens did. I don't remember.
And then you're killing your fucking, your teacher's husband.
Yeah.
You know?
It's fucked up, man. So, like, and by the way, ladies who are listening, I know there's a whole...
I'll say you. Listen.
I know there's a whole other skill set of shittiness that men do.
Oh, yeah.
We're only complaining about you because we date you.
Yeah.
I don't date guys, so I don't fucking know.
You ever hear that Kinnison quote about it?
Well, yeah, man never broke my fucking heart.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you make fun of women? Why don't you make fun of men? It's like, oh, man has never made me want to try to drive into a tree.
Drive my car into a fucking wall. The bluntness of that joke, the simplicity. Sam, why don't you take a shot at the guys? I say, I don't know, maybe because a man never broke my fucking heart. Man never made me want to drive my car into a fucking wall. It's so simple and so fucking funny.
My favorite simple one of his was he goes, when they're talking about drunk driving, he's like, how else are you going to get your car home? It's just like, they never point that out in the commercials.
So funny. It's so funny. So that happened.
They should have a commercial that says, just pull your car off to the side.
Yeah, just pull it off to the side.
Yeah, drive it a block or two. And then
but they'll fucking arrest you for that, too.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You can get arrested or a citation for being in your fucking car sleeping. Yeah. What the fuck are you supposed to do sometimes?
Yeah, that's sometimes, come on, man, you're making me drive drunk. So what else did she do?
Yeah, by the way. Oh, and what's it cost to get out of a DUI? 10 grand? Yeah, that's convenient. Anyway, so then a friend of mine worked at the club, a waitress. It was my buddy's fiance, and I got her. She needed a job. I got her this job at the club, and because they were new to New York, and one night she always accused me of being sexually attracted to my friend's fiance.
Yeah,
because once I said, she's a really beautiful girl.
Yeah.
And so my girlfriend would always be like, because you think that fucking bitch is hot. And I was like...
What? Was she Puerto Rican? Who was this girl?
She was Irish.
Wow, what a feisty temper.
And she would go into a black scent when we were arguing. Do you know, there's nothing that will make you have douche chills harder than that. Like when you're talking...
Black accent?
You'll be like... I would argue like with her about somebody and be like...
you don't treat me like that.
No.
What?
Way worse, dude.
Oh.
Way worse. Yeah, I'd be like arguing on behalf of like we'd have a disagreement about a female, and I'd be like, come on, she's fucking cool. Like you're really misjudging her. Yeah. And she would be like, man, that's so funny that you're defending this bitch because I'm sitting here like, damn, I thought I was sucking yo dick. She would do that in an argument. I just almost fucking gagged as I was saying that. It was so gross when she would do it.
So many hard people in New York.
Like, it was gross. And I don't mean, gross, a black voice. I mean, like, it was gross, like, it was so, like... Crude and, like, condescending and racist. And, like, it was just so many things. And above all, the most offensive thing to a comedian... a terrible attempt at a voice. Yeah. Like, there was nothing organic or funny about the voice. I was just like, that's the thing I hate most about that voice. Anyway.
It's trying too hard.
Exactly. So one night she corners my friend, who I got the job for, and she's talking shit about me. And her brother worked at the club too, my ex-girlfriend's brother. And they corner my friend and they're talking shit about me. Joe's a piece of shit. He's this, he's that. And my friend sticks up for me. She goes, I'm not fucking trashing my friend. Yeah. He's my friend. I'm not joining you in this. I don't agree with you. I like him very much. The next day, I call my ex-girlfriend and I go, listen to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Just her brother was trashing me. Because I actually had made amends with my ex-girlfriend at this point. Where it was like, okay, let's just... And this was the last straw. This is when it was... Could not be rectified.
Yeah.
I called her the next day and I said, hey, and she goes, hi, how's it going? I go, listen, can you do me a favor? You got to tell your brother to stop. He can't talk about me like he is to the staff.
Oh yeah.
I go, it's slanderous. And she goes, you made your fucking bed, now lie in it. Oh. And she goes, you want something from me now? You want something from me now? This is the bed you fucking made. You fucking lie in it now. And I was like, we're cool. And she goes, no, we're cool as long as you don't need some shit. Now you need some shit and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? She hangs up on me. The next day, my friend gets fired.
That's the worst because you just want to talk logic to them. Like, hey, stop it. No, I don't need anything from you. I'm saying just tell your brother to stop acting on your behalf to fuck with me.
Yeah. Next day, my friend gets fired.
Wow.
My friend gets fired, and she watched from across the room with her arms crossed.
Because your friend defended you to the brother.
Yeah, she got my friend fired. God knows what she said or made up to get the girl fired. Wow. But she got her fired because her job was basically to be, I think, kind of in charge of the staff a little bit.
So she's like, oh, there's...
Or like the wait staff, I mean.
So she just got rid of one if they got into a fight.
She, like, gave the order... to get my friend fired, like gave the order to one of the managers and was like, have her fired.
So how bad did you feel? So bad.
I felt terrible. Yeah. I felt terrible about it. And then I didn't work at the club for a very long time.
Did you?
And I kept cool with the people that worked there. I stayed cool with the owner and the managers.
What was it?
I'm not going to tell you. I stayed cool with everybody.
Yeah.
Except her.
Can I press pause and then you tell me?
I'll just tell you after.
Okay. It's so long to wait.
And then... how long is this podcast?
I don't know. What are we at now? Oh, yeah.
How long is it at?
It's an hour. It goes till it goes. I don't know.
We're at an hour already?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Yeah, no, that was it. Like, so I stay cool with everybody, and I also made it clear to everybody, like, look, guys, I'm not going to break your, like, I never called anybody and said, help me. I made it very clear that I had no problem with anybody else and that I understood what was going on, which was a situation where somebody that worked there didn't want me there, and it was a fucking major headache for everybody around her to try to deal with that. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm fine. I'll live. I'll keep moving, and I'll be fine, and I'll get over it.
So now, after that, were you like, I got to stop dating people that work at clubs? Mm-hmm. You were?
Yeah, I think...
and you hadn't after that? I did one girl.
I can't remember the last time I hooked up with like a waitress
when they left.
I can't remember the last time I hooked up with a waitress.
Yeah, those stand waitresses are pretty cute, but then you're like, this is such a bad idea.
The stand up, just general stand up.
No, the stand, the club, the stand.
Oh, the stand waitresses.
Yeah,
they're very cute.
Yeah, and then you want to talk to them and stuff. Or if you're nice drinking next door, you're like, I gotta get out of here. This is just like.
I love those girls. I fucking hang with them.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, we hang. I go
Who's
to
the one that went to New School?
Who?
Who's the one that went to New School?
I don't know.
The artsy, like, gothy one.
I don't know. Cool. One of them went to the New School?
Something like that.
I don't know.
Art school.
But I have fun with them. I drink with them over there till like 4 a.m. And we all lived in Brooklyn, so I'd give them rides home and stuff. But it was always stayed. Oh,
you drove out there?
Appropriate. Not when I was drinking, but yeah. I would drive when I was in New York.
When you see like new comics, new chick comics, do you get attracted to them, or do you see them as like, oh, maybe I should look into this? Do you understand the difference? Like there's some, like people ask me like, oh, why do you go for like young girls? Is it because they're not smart enough to say no? And I'm like, no, it's because I actually like them. I like hanging out with them.
Right.
So like when you see like a new comic, are you like, oh, there's a victim, or like are you into it? I've seen you stay till like 2 a.m.
No, I don't see them as a victim, Ari. Jesus Christ.
Is there a better way to say that? You know, there's a better way to say that. Do you mean like,
am I looking at them like, oh, here's somebody that doesn't know me so I can fuck her probably?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Or if they look up to you? Do you ever do that with somebody who like knows your comedy when they started like 3 years ago?
These poor girls, if any of them do look up to me.
I feel like you've dated those girls before.
I'm not saying I've never dated a girl that like admired some of the stuff I've done or admired me as a comic. I absolutely have.
Yeah.
But like, it was never like a thing of like preying on like a groupie thing of like, oh, she'll do whatever I want. It was never that. It was just like, oh, this is nice. This girl's like into me.
Right.
I always just looked at it like that. The way I look, here's my thing with comics, with dating comics. It's like, do I get excited when I meet new female comics? Yes, I do. Do I want to date them all the time? No, not all the time. Do I want to date them sometimes? Absolutely. Yeah. And the reason why sometimes is because I'll start talking to them and they'll be really cool and I'm having fun and we're laughing and I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah. And they're excited about comedy and you kind of remember that. You're like, yeah, that's a great thing. You got up into a book show. Congratulations.
Yeah. I'd love to date a performer where there's not a weird time difference in the career.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. If you date like a musician or an artist that's been doing it the same amount of time as you have.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be great if we could really look eye to eye and there's no competition or anything like that. Who was your last girlfriend?
One like that. It was the last one that I got.
Can you say her name? Was it publicly?
Ashley McComber.
What'd she do?
She's an artist.
What kind, though?
Painter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
You ever look at a girl like a new girl in the scene and we're like, I want that. The Carly Aquilino syndrome. When I saw her, and I was like, who's that girl? And they're like, oh, she's dating this comic. And I'm like, well, I'll just sit here and wait.
Carly's beautiful.
God, she is. And then you heard they break up. You're like, finally. And then you're like, she's dating a Nick. And you're like, that chance has passed me by.
Who's she dating?
A New York Knickerbocker. She's dating a member of the New York Knicks.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, and her boyfriend is a huge Knicks fan, and now he's all torn.
Chris?
Yeah.
Her ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Why did they break up, do you know?
Oh, shit. Everything breaks up, always. That's why.
Everything fails.
Yeah.
Everything crumbles.
That's why, because of course it was going to, because their situation wasn't the only one ever that's not fractured.
Yeah, I've known Carly for a long time. Well before she ever did any of the girl code stuff. I met her at a show.
She was like a comic for a while? I feel like she's been doing that for like 2 or 3 years.
She was like a bringer comic when I met her. She was working at a hair salon.
Did she have that red hair then?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's hot, man. She's always really pretty. She's adorable.
Yeah. Do you see girls like that where you're like, who's this new girl?
No.
No, come on. I get like that.
No.
You don't? You don't say like, hey, who's this girl coming around all the time?
Yeah, of course. It's like, oh, there's a new pretty girl around. Awesome. Yeah. But I'm not sitting there rubbing my hands together, patting my crotch. I don't understand how you're saying it.
Because I've heard you date a lot in the scene, and I've seen you have to look both ways. I'm like, fuck, I dated this girl, but this girl's I hooked up with yesterday, and now it's trouble because the second girl's here.
Look,
I just want to talk about those situations.
That's happened to me, but it's happened to every guy. What's them being comics have to do with it? Every guy's been in that situation where you go, fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
Well, when you walk in, do you have forethought to be like, ooh, if I hook up with this girl, it's going to get hard for me here with this other girl? Or do you not think about it till afterwards?
Yeah, of course I try to respect,
No.
not hurting somebody's feelings.
When you do it anyway. I mean, is it a period that goes through your head?
I don't usually do it anyway, is what I'm saying.
Maybe it was my first week or two in New York, and I saw that.
Yeah, I might have been in a bad spot one night, but, everybody's been in a bad spot. I don't it's not like I get off on it.
Right. No, of course not. No, I mean, of course not. That sounds sarcastic.
I will say this. No, once I did, though, I'll never forget this. I threw a party for something.
Yeah.
And I pulled Rachel Feinstein aside, and I go, there are 5 women here that I've hooked up with in some capacity. And Rachel has never let me live that down.
Really?
She's always made fun of me about that. But you know what? It was fine. Nope.
Nobody was weird about it.
Nobody was weird. I don't know if anybody even knew. And nobody expected anything from me either. I've always been a very honest person. You don't
say, I love you, I want to make a life with you.
Man.
Right.
No.
That's good.
Although the joke I said the other night where I said, I once told a girl I love you just to get her to sleep over, and then that turned into a 6-month psycho fuck mistake.
Yeah.
That was the girl I was talking about, the booker.
Oh, really?
That's true.
You said you love her just to get her to come.
I think I kind of did love her, but I was trying to get her to stay over.
You made your bed and I lie on it.
Fucking, what a wicked witch, man. But anyway.
She's still around the scene?
No.
She's off.
She doesn't even live in New York anymore.
Oh, that's so lucky when you hear that.
It's great. Yeah, and I work the club. I work the club all the time again, and it's fucking perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's not all the time, but enough.
Yeah, more than the seller.
More than most places. So it's here's the thing: is that that's where the communication, the disconnect is happening, and I just realized where we're not seeing each other eye to eye. I don't try to. I'm a very upfront guy, so I don't often end up in situations that are bad because I'm pretty honest about where I stand with stuff.
How do you do it? You just say like, look, I'm not really looking for, what do you tell them? Like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
You say like, I'm not looking for anything?
Well, I mean, you don't always have to say that.
Yeah,
sometimes it's
obvious.
just a nice understanding that's unspoken. But, you know, look, I've said to girls straight up before, like, listen, here's where I'm at. I like you. I think you're cool. I think we'd have a lot of fun if we hung out. I'm not into like getting into a serious thing.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to date right now.
You say that?
I've said that.
Wow, that's so honest.
I've said that.
No wonder your apartment's so clean. Taking care of business. That's what that
Clean
is.
apartment, dirty soul.
Yeah. No, you say it. That's nice. That's
no. I think it is. I think it is. Like I've also said to girls like, sometimes a girl will be like, oh, I don't know. And I've said like, not because they like me so much, but just like, what is this casual thing you're trying to do? And I've often said like, what's the harm in it?
Oh yeah. What is the harm in it?
What's the harm in it?
Like, I'm not that kind of girl. I want to be like, what kind of girl?
Yeah, I go, we're two grown-ups.
Are you a virgin?
We're hanging out. We're having a great fucking time.
Yeah.
Let's go hang out some more. And I'm not saying we got to go have sex right now. I'm just saying let's go hang out.
And then we'll probably have sex.
And like whatever happens is fine.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean that sincerely.
Right.
I'm not one of those guys that like is real angry if I don't get laid or anything. Like, like I often like just having the company of a woman. I like sharing the bed. I like the sleepover sometimes. I like making out. I like a nice hand job.
Really?
Yeah. I like doing things to the girl to make her feel good and pleasuring her and stuff. Like I don't
of course.
have any
I'm a rapist.
Like, but there's no part of me that's like, God damn it, you fucking chick slept over. I didn't even get my dick wet. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Which a lot of my guy friends have never understood. They're like, man, you'll work on a girl till 4 a.m. and then the next day you'll just be like, I got a hand job. And
yeah, I feel bad when I work on it for so long. When I'm like, I am trying to get laid. I'm not trying to get to know you. I'm trying to get laid. And then I'm like, I've lost my evening.
I love a hand job.
Really?
Love it. No risk, nothing, just
Where
in
do you
and
get
out.
hand jobs in New York?
So
in your car?
sexy. In my apartment.
Oh, you go home. I still don't quite get the dating scene in New York.
Do you not bring girls to your apartment?
No, I do. But like, yeah, not from a date, really.
Well, like, where's your hand job question coming from?
Well, I see you, like, let's say you're at a bar, you're talking to a girl.
Yeah.
No, then where you're like, let's go back to my place?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. What
like, you know how you do it anywhere else?
I guess.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I guess I don't do it that way.
How do you do it? Should I fuck him in the street?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll, like, arrange it for later. I don't know what I do.
You arrange it for, like, you'll say, like, give me your number, and then, like, a week later you'll invite her over or something?
Maybe that.
Oh, well, I do that, too.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I would usually, like, if I'm hanging out.
I don't meet girls at bars. I don't know how to meet girls at bars. I don't know how to meet them right then and then, like, do something.
Weed's always such a great...
On the road, I can do that.
Guys and girls. I've had girls do the weed thing to me. I've had girls.
What do you mean?
Like,
they say, let's go back to my place and smoke pot.
Like, do you smoke weed? And I'll be like, a little bit. Why, do you got some? I do.
It's a social thing.
You want to go back to your place and smoke weed? Yeah, do you want to? Is that cool? Would you be into that? Is there anything more excited when that happens? When a chick is asking you to come home with her and being like, is that okay? Would you... Sorry, I don't mean to be...
There's a weird kind of sexual equality in New York. That's what I noticed. That guys and girls are on a super even playing field. That everybody's just looking to, like, not just hook up, but, like, I don't know, just, like, live their lives around each other. I don't have time. You don't have time. What?
I gotta get in the briar patch out here, man, because I got nothing.
You gotta hang out at the Comedy Store. You gotta hang out. Or I don't know. What other girls do you hang out with? Where else do you meet girls besides in the comedy scene?
I don't meet them out here. Right. I've met a few comics who are very sweet and lovely, but I'm not asking them on dates or anything. Like, I'm not hooking up with them. I'm just
clean apartment.
I don't really like smoking pot anymore.
Quit drinking for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, a little while.
That's back though.
Not really hardcore. Maybe 1 or 2 nights a week.
Oh wow.
You know, and it's really just like a matter of I work hard all week.
Yeah.
Friday night hits. Sometimes I'm at work on a Friday till 9 o'clock.
Fuck.
You get home, it's like I'm not wasting tonight. I'm not sitting around and hoping a fun thing happens.
Yeah.
I'm having a few drinks. and getting into like good spirits and whatever. Like,
no, you used to drink a lot more though. Not in a bad way, but you used to drink like pretty heavy.
I used to go at it like four nights a week.
Yeah,
probably 4. There were times where I did it much more than that. But yeah, about 4 nights a week. I can really hold my alcohol, man. I learned yet again last night.
Why? Yeah, you're good at it. You don't get drunk to like throw up. You're just like,
dude, my buddy came over last night. Aaron, you know Aaron Cater?
Yeah, sure.
Great dude. Yeah. One of my favorite guys on the planet. Known him forever.
Over the years?
Just known him forever, yeah.
Yeah, we started together.
I love Aaron. He came over last night. He's like, we would see each other, let's hang out. I go, Aaron, 10 p.m. Friday night drinks. He's like, great. I leave work. I pick him up. We come over here. Dude, we had 4 whiskeys in an hour just sitting here at the table.
That's a lot.
I was fine, dude. I felt like it was
a lot.
Nothing. We got to the bar. I go, you want a beer and a shot? And he's like, yeah, man. And he goes, I don't really need it, but I'll take it. He goes, I got to be honest with you, bro. When we were at your place, I was like almost ready to split. I was pretty fucked up. And I was like, really? You were? I don't mind.
There's not the alcohol culture here.
And then I drank a beer and did a shot. And then I felt pretty drunk.
Oh.
And then I came home. We stopped at another place, had like half a beer. And then I came home. And then I was like, okay, I'm pretty fucking drunk. And then Pete came over, and I had 1 more whiskey, which I shouldn't have done.
He drinks. Pete can handle it.
Pete's a big guy, too.
Chicago guys can handle it.
He can hold it real well. But I just was like, man, I can really... I think I have the capability of drinking to a dangerous point, in the sense of like I might not drink that much, but I still think on the days I do drink, it's still probably too much. Like,
oh right, you don't just have 2 beers.
It just takes a lot, dude. I don't know. I just got a good tolerance.
That's how I am with weed. And people are like, oh, should we stop? I'm like, no, what do you stop? Just let me have it, and I'll handle it for a while.
Yeah, it's like I'll call people sometimes the day after a night out.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, man, sorry, was I annoying? And they're like, what are you talking about? And I go, I was just so fucked up last night. And they go, dude, I literally couldn't tell.
Wow, you can handle it.
I hold my shit, dude. Even when I get sick, I'm like, I'm so collected. I walk to someplace safe.
To barf?
I puke. It's very clean.
And you come back.
I never barf in the room. I never do any of that stupid shit. I don't black out.
Childish shit.
I don't get into fights.
That's good.
I just know how to handle it.
Do you ever date older girls in the scene, like older comics?
I'd love to.
Did you ever?
No, but I've
only the ones I've been attracted to were like Judy Gold and Margaret Cho.
Yeah.
But now it's like
I remember I was doing the Laughing Skull.
Yeah.
And Margaret Cho stopped in and did like some spots in front of me.
Yeah.
On my shows, and I really wanted to hit on her.
God, she's so hot.
I really wanted to hit on her, and like I just couldn't.
Why? Because you knew her as like
I couldn't get her around Margaret Cho. I just couldn't get her. Like I'd never known her. I'd never met her.
But she was a celebrity before you knew her. She was like
she was Margaret Cho.
Yeah.
And she was so nice to me, and I don't know.
Nice person.
Maybe she might have liked me, maybe she wouldn't have. But I couldn't get my fucking head around.
I get the feeling Margaret Cho's like, if you make a move and I'm into it at all, yeah, we'll do it.
She seems like a free spirit.
She did my storyteller show once, and Marin was fucking with her from the back, and he was like, "You fucked everyone but me." She goes, "I'll fuck you if you want to fuck. We can do it. Let's exchange numbers." It was just so casual and like, with the tattoos on her thigh.
I'd love to bone her. I loved it. She got naked on stage that night.
What night?
That night.
Really? In front of you?
Well, in front of the audience.
But I'm saying in front of me, in front of the audience. Before you?
Yeah. Not naked. She pulled her fucking dress up.
Wow.
Like up over her boobs, I mean. I can't remember if she was covering her boobs. I feel like she might not have been, though.
She just took him out?
She was like doing this whole weird thing about her tattoos, and like she was just like totally in the zone of like fuck it, free spirits. Like,
she's a cool girl.
She's real cool, man.
Chick, I should say.
She's real cool. I mean, of course, who hasn't had a crush on Sarah Silverman, right? I mean,
Ari.
Never?
Dude, she's Jewy looking.
Oh, she's the hottest. The hottest.
She looks like my sister.
I feel so unprofessional saying that right now.
That she's hot?
Yeah.
She was one time I was at Largo, and she was like hiking up. You know how you can like lift your skirt up to hike up that what's that stuff that goes around your like the pants that girls wear. It's not tights.
Spanks?
No, they're not pants. They're like see-through pants, whatever they're called. They go over your underwear.
Like leggings, yeah.
Yeah, whatever that is.
That's Spanx.
Pantyhose.
Yeah, well, the ones that go to the panties, that's like Spanx. So
okay,
like,
yeah. So she was picking him up and like lifting his skirt up, and Brian Posehn was in front of her, and I kind of looked over, and she was like 5 feet away from me over there, and she goes, "I would get a good look," and I wanted to be like, "Well, quit fucking lifting your skirt up in front of me. I'm not ogling you."
Right. Yeah, no,
she's cool. I just never saw her that way. She just seemed like family-ish too much.
She's, oh my God, I met her one time, and at Amy Schumer's house.
Yeah.
I went over to Amy's to play poker, and it was me, Sarah.
It's like a young comedian's wet dream.
It was
poker with.
Well, it wasn't young. I was like a year ago.
Oh,
it was
really?
like last year. Yeah, it was. But I went over as Amy, me.
Those GQ articles were always
Rachel.
about her playing at Colin Quinn's home game, and it was like, whoa, I'm not part of that.
Yeah, and Kyle Dunnigan was there, and Sarah Silverman, and I was like, I got over it enough that like I was able to talk to her and stuff, but like it took me like 25 minutes of looking oddly around the room. Yeah, because it's
trying
just
to be
like
normal.
It's just like she's again a person I've known of before I ever even did comedy.
Yeah.
And then also too, I think she's like strikingly beautiful. So you're just like, just play cool, be cool.
Be cool, man.
She was going out with Kyle Dunnigan. I don't know if they still are. But
so I have no idea, actually.
Is that public knowledge?
I think so.
Did I just blow up the spot?
Nobody cares.
Well.
Porn star. If she's a porn star trying to pretend like she's just open for fucking anybody, then you would have heard her. But she's just a girl. So
she's a girl.
They can date people.
Yeah. So she, but I remember at one point we were walking down a hallway because we went out to Amy's, like, there was like a patio thing in the building, a roof deck or something.
Yeah.
And we were walking back to Amy's apartment, and we were walking in the hallway, and I was the last person in the line of us, and her and Kyle were right in front of me. And Sarah like turned around and looked over her shoulder, and she just goes, "Joe DeRosa," like that. Yeah. And I was like, like she knew my name. I couldn't believe she knew my name or remembered it at least from when she learned it 10 minutes earlier. I was like, man, was that awesome.
She's probably saying it to get it in her mind. Joe DeRosa.
Was that awesome? And then here's the other one. I when I was I used to have a crush on Janine.
Oh, really? I did when I was like young, before comedy. I thought she was super hot.
Sure, she loves hearing that.
Still once in a while. What?
Sure, she loves hearing that. Man, when I was young, woo.
I guess I don't know.
I still think she's really hot. Like
that Daria look, man, was great for a while. Actually, she holds it together pretty well.
She's so hot.
You
still.
see, and you're like, oh, that's still.
She's so hot still. I feel like though, I love. She's very sweet to me. Like every time I've ever talked to her, met her, she's been very nice to me. But I can't say that I currently still have a crush on her.
Me and Nick Yusuf used to have it hardcore for her.
Who?
Me and Nick Yusuf.
She's still like so fucking sexy, man, with the glasses. Again, the tattoos.
Oh yeah.
How old is she?
Probably 45, 50.
That's great. That's so great. That's so, I love it. Anyway.
Maybe 40. I don't know. When she hit, I wonder if she was my age before I started. She was like 21 or something.
I always feel like that sounds like I'm being degrading to say, to speak of a woman's age.
Oh, right.
But it's not to me. I'm saying
society's degrading. What's the difference?
Milk
kernels. That's normal.
I'm saying like it
apples go black
as a huge compliment. Like I find older women.
Did you see the
to be
cover
extremely
of,
attractive?
With Christy Brinkley at 60.
She looks amazing.
Suit. She looks amazing.
Janine Garofalo is 49.
49. Wow.
Dude, look at her. She's fucking beautiful.
That's Wikipedia. Garofalo in 2012.
That's 2 years ago.
At most 2 years ago.
Beautiful. Like beautiful.
Wow.
That's amazing. But anyway, we did a thing. We did this debate show.
Yeah. The debaters.
She was married until 2012? I didn't know that. We did that show. Yeah. It's at the 92Y uptown.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of that place. Super famous.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. The 92Y is the downtown one. That's Tribeca. I forget what this place is called. Anyway.
Something honorable.
It's on the Upper West Side, and they do this debate show, and it's teams of comics and writers or whatever, and they debate each other on a thing. So I was in the books versus movies debate, and I was on Team Movies with James Adomian and Brooke Van Poppelen, and then the Team Books was Janine Garofalo, I forget the other two people that were there.
Yeah.
And I did this whole, everybody, you know, you have to go up like a debate and do like a debate thing, whatever that's called. And I did all these bits about how movies are better than books and whatever. And the last thing I did was, were it not for movies, you would never, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like I just did a string of like funny ones.
About Janine?
No.
Oh.
Just about, were it not for movies,
Humanity.
you would never have learned Were it not for movies, you would never, I don't remember any of them. But the last one was, and were it not for movies, I would not, and I like pointed at Janine, and I go, I would not have realized that in college that you were the woman I was supposed to marry. And
The truth about cats and dogs?
she didn't really laugh.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought it was like a cute thing. Like, hey, Janine, remember when every guy in college had a crush on you?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if she didn't like it, but she didn't really laugh. And then I also did a whole thing about how she was a traitor being on the book team because she's been in
more movies,
75 movies, and she's never written a book.
Yeah.
And she goes, not true. And I go, if you're going to tell me you co-wrote that book with Ben Stiller, I'm not counting it. And she laughed at that. She thought that was funny, but she didn't laugh at the crush part. And then I got in my head like, should I not have said that? Like, I felt so weird after. But I thought it was such a funny, unique.
Do you think maybe she was just
moment.
thinking about her next joke or something?
No.
She just
was
thought
listening.
it wasn't pleasant.
I don't think she thought it was unpleasant. I thought maybe I embarrassed her. Maybe she was just like...
Why would you make Janine Garofalo uncomfortable?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Maybe she's like, oh, here's another fucking mope professing his love to me. I've heard
She
it.
probably had that for 10, 15 straight years in comedy.
Yeah.
You know, before I started, I was actually really... Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I know. I really look up to you.
Back of the line.
Okay. Yeah. So...
Have you ever hooked up with a chick and then in like the scene and then had another fart?
Sorry, dude.
Oh, I didn't smell the last one.
I ate so much pizza.
The paint smell in here is overwhelming the fart smell. And then had to like get into some sort of like in any sort of drama with some dude who's had a crush on her or dated her before that you weren't aware of or you were aware of. You know?
No.
You never had that?
No.
That's good.
No, I don't think so.
That's good. That's a problem that usually, like, if you date some waitress on the road, the owner of the club wants to hook up with her or then book her or something, and then you get in trouble because of that.
I've definitely slept with some of the same women that other comics have slept with.
You and I?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
I feel like there was a couple times where I was like, they were like, oh, yeah, you just keep following Joe DeRosa, huh? I'm like,
there's a couple.
I don't know. I know the one. I don't know about any others.
I had a bunch with a guy, I won't say his name, but an old friend of mine.
Some double ups? Some in common?
Dude, it was so many. It was like almost
Were you guys
weird.
the same type?
No, we were completely different.
Wow.
We used to laugh about it. We laughed about it so much.
Wow.
It was just, it happened so many times. And like where we didn't know.
And then you would, and you were like, oh, did you hook up?
You fucked her
Oh,
too? God damn it. Yeah, like one of those things.
Try doing the math on the time. Like, when was
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, I never really had one where...
Some guy got mad at you? Or the later boyfriend was mad at you?
No. I've had guys call me and say, is it cool if I ask so-and-so out? Because I know you kind of hung out with her a little bit. And
That's a weird phone call.
it is.
Because either you're still into her, and at which point you say, yeah, I don't care, whatever, man.
Yeah.
And don't mean it. Or you really don't care, and you're like, please, yeah, go for it.
I stay away from other guys' shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I just don't get into that. The biggest problem I think I've ever had is like being friends with a girl in a relationship, and it gets misinterpreted sometimes to the boyfriend.
It's flirty.
Or is maybe potentially inappropriate or something. That's the biggest problem I've ever had.
Oh, right. But if you know a girl comic, it's like...
But I don't run
you can horse
around with other
her.
dudes' chicks and shit like that, you know?
Some guys like that.
Oh, yeah.
Some guys like dating behind someone's back. Not even like after they break up or like right after.
Oh, you're as free as you're ever going to fucking be.
What do you mean?
If you do that,
Yeah.
you're free. You're
Free
free.
from what?
From commitment.
Oh, yeah. What
You
are they
just-
going to...
You know, that's the age-old fucking story of like, you know, I left my husband. What's up with us? And it's like, ugh.
That's what man was talking about. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you're the cheater. I'm not going to go out with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
You can fucking do this to me again.
0 for 1.
Yeah, in 4 years. Yeah. It's that little book. You have questions in that thing?
Yeah, some stuff I think of ahead of time before I get into podcasts.
How far from the end are we?
We're all through all the questions I thought of.
Okay.
I wish you would
this was nice.
More.
I mean, this was a real low-key podcast, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I feel like we got better as people.
You and I?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I felt like we kind of understood where the other guy was coming from a little more. Like you came in like with Joe's a bitch in your head.
Yeah.
And I came in like Ari's a dick in my head.
Yeah.
And then we talked about it, and we were both like, oh, I see what you were doing.
I barely know you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went over to you once at the Comedy Store after Down and Dirty. But it was like a year later or 2 later, and then you were at the Comedy Store like, hey, man. And you were like, hello. And I was like, oh,
that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. You're carrying
I'm not mad about that at all. I'm not mad about that at all.
Dude.
I was embarrassed more than anything. I was like, why would I think he would remember me?
I met you so briefly at that thing, and then all I remembered was...
No, I'm really not mad about that. Yeah.
Is every guy I would meet, like you, and then like Jake, what's his name?
Siroff.
Jake Siroff and whatever. Every guy that I kind of knew...
Yeah.
That I would run into again, I'd be like, is this the guy that took his dick out? Is this the guy that took his dick out? And it's like, no, you were the guy that took his dick out.
What did you think about that when I didn't even know you?
I'm not a big fan of nudity on stage, but I don't know what the bit was.
Yeah. It's about how you can get a blowjob. You don't have to be hard to get a blowjob.
Why did you need to take your dick out?
I didn't, but my friend's manager, Rogan's manager, was like, when I told her I got, a TV show, she was like, oh, congratulations, don't get naked or anything. And then the light bulb just went off. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that.
Did HBO like it?
Eventually, after Norton yelled at him. When Norton yelled at him. But before that, like overnight, they were like, you have to come in again. What the fuck? What's your problem?
Really?
And he was like, if you edit that, all we have is Evening at the Improv with curse words. And then the next day, they were like, no, we loved it. What are you talking about? Of course. And I was like, what happened?
Did they yell at you when you got off stage?
Yeah.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
They yelled at you? What'd they do?
They were so mad. And I left my pants down when I left stage, so that they couldn't cut around it.
Good for you.
Yeah. And they were like, we can't even fucking cut around it because you left your goddamn pants down. If you had put them up.
They yelled at you like that?
Yeah. And they're like, take these clothes off. You'll come back tomorrow. We'll do it again. The whole fucking thing. Yeah. So I had to change out of my show clothes, and I was going to come back the next day.
And then they said, we loved it.
No, what are you talking about? No, that was great. The whole thing. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Love that. I
couldn't understand the switch until I talked to Norton's manager.
I love that. That's so great. That's so great.
Yeah.
Well, you're a you're a rebel.
Like that. I wasn't trying to be a rebel. I was just afraid to do regular stand-up. It seems so boring.
I'm being serious. I think that takes a lot of balls, Jesus.
Nice.
That was such an accident. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I feel like that takes guts to do something like that, man. And like whether you look at it as artistic or not, it takes a lot of guts.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I haven't thought of it that way. To say, I'm not going to just try a regular joke. I'm going to try something.
I always look at that as like superpowers.
Super what?
I look at that as like a superpowers thing. Like, let's say you look back at that and go, well, I don't like that I did that. Okay, but you had the superpower that let you do it. Oh, so next time use it for good, and you'll do some other thing that's crazy that you do love. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not even against taking it out, but yeah. I was just more against just doing stand-up. It just seemed like everyone just does stand-up. Should do something. You know how when you start and you want to be like super creative and change the game?
I still try to think of things that are a little different if I can.
Yeah.
I don't really ever. Most of the ideas you get to a point. I have a bit that I've been doing that I love so much, and it kills.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's a stupid bit to do or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you might be embarrassed by it.
It's one of these kinds of. I don't take my dick out.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't want to say it on here because I might use it to close my next whatever it is.
Hour.
And I don't want to ruin it, but but I have a bit.
Yeah, that's what I get to with the big
gets
skits.
Fucking out there.
Gets laughs.
It gets out there, dude. It fucking.
You have to have some silly bits sometimes that you don't have to stand behind. But it's like it was just me getting silly. Rogan said he went to watch Norton once at Cap City. He was there to do a UFC, and he got done with his show early or something. Or the UFC was early, and so he went over to watch Norton.
Right.
And he said that before he went to watch him, he was thinking in his stand-up. Rogan was thinking in his own stand-up that sometimes he might get too dirty. He's like second guessing himself. And then he saw Norton have like a blowjob joke every other bit.
Right.
And he was like, oh yeah, these are just fun.
Right.
They're just fun. They're fine.
Yeah. A big one for me with that was when there's a Richard Pryor bit where he goes, He goes, yeah, y'all might not know this, but one of the perks of show business is pussy. You get a lot of motherfucking pussy. And I was just like, it's okay. Right. It's okay to talk about sex that casually.
Say it in that way.
Yeah, like
it's a good way to do it, because I always say like you shouldn't really talk about it because it comes up as bragging unless you're like real young or small or
no,
fat.
It's like I'm starting. This is like the lesson I'm learning this year with stand up. I'm starting to really learn why things don't work. When I look back at a set and I go, what were the points that I wasn't happy with?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 over the last 2 months, I've gone, that was an ingenuine moment.
You're faking it.
It was an ingenuine moment. I said something because I felt cornered and tried to be shocking because I felt cornered. I said something I didn't really believe in.
Right, well, it's the opposite of what you believe.
Yeah, like, whatever. And every genuine moment is killing.
Yeah.
You know, like getting, like just getting into
standing behind it, you think, in your head as you deliver, you're just kind of like, and fucking black people suck. Or something, whatever it is.
It's like you say some like crazy provocative thing. I don't say that.
You don't believe it.
But like,
then you would give me that they do. All right.
You know, but like, like I'll just say it like, I can't think of the example right now, but yeah. But like, you know, the other night, that storytelling show that I did with you.
Yeah. Great job, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was a little bummed after because I didn't crush the whole time.
Oh, right.
But you know what? When I thought back on it, I was like, dude, when you meant to be funny, it was fucking funny and it killed.
Yeah.
And the only parts that didn't get laughs were parts that were exposition.
You weren't intending to. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like...
Some people get like that. We're like, it's been like 30 seconds. Why haven't I gotten a laugh? You're like, it's okay, man, because you're telling something serious for a second.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like, it was okay. And I was like proud of like going on and just sticking to the story.
Yeah, a lot of people bail. I'm like, I got to throw some punchlines in here.
Yeah. And whatever. But yeah, it's like learning that genuine versus not genuine. Learning like that I mean to be funny right now.
Yeah.
And I don't at this other time, and it's okay if I don't for a minute, because I'll be able to turn the other thing back on, you know?
My agent's assistant loves you. She begged me to get in because she's like, Joe DeRosa. I've never seen him live.
Really?
I want to so bad.
Did she like the show?
Yeah.
Who was she?
Desiree is her name.
Did I meet her?
No, I don't know.
Oh, I felt bad, like, because...
She's a comedy fan, too.
She's that excited. I was like,
yeah.
Jesus, I would have liked to have met her and said hello.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. Tell her I appreciate that.
Okay, I will. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Where can people find you? DeRosa? What's your Twitter?
The end of every podcast.
I know. Just tell me it's not an underscore. I should do these earlier. Yeah. I'll do them in the big intros, too.
Well, I couldn't do it earlier.
What?
The podcast, or in the day, you mean?
No, I mean, I should do this part where you get to say where to find you earlier in the podcast.
Yeah, it's fine.
Before people have tuned out.
Twitter, at Joe DeRosa Comedy.
Why that? Was Joe DeRosa taken?
Because Joe DeRosa was taken for a website, so I had to do Joe DeRosa Comedy, so then I just made everything Joe DeRosa Comedy.
Okay.
My website's joederosacomedy.com. Joe DeRosa Comedy at Gmail, if you want to send me a message.
Okay.
Twitter is at Joe DeRosa Comedy. My new album is out, You Will Die.
I have it.
Oh, great. Well, yeah. I hope you like it.
Yeah.
And I hope all of you...
And someone else's, my Rogan's manager was bragging about you like 10 years ago with the Depression... What was that one?
The Depression Auction?
Depression Auction? Was that the name of my album?
Rogan's manager was bragging about me?
Not raving.
Really?
She was like, oh, I loved it.
Who is it?
Her name is Chandra.
Oh, I'm looking for
a manager a long time ago.
Now. Maybe I should sit down with Sandra.
She's not going to do it. She only represents massive people.
But she was raving about my album.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but
people
now
can like. I'll ask her if she's looking. I'll absolutely mention it to her. But
all right,
yeah, don't get your hopes up.
All right,
she has like Rogan and Kevin James and like massive people. They just don't have time for little people. She
doesn't
like
have
us.
any young guys.
Blyden, that's it.
Who?
Mike Blyden.
All right, so
that's from before, from someone else. She's had him for like 15 years.
All right, well,
I'll ask.
Whatever.
But she really liked it anyway. The Depression Auction, that's what the name of the album was?
That was my first album.
Yeah, she really liked it.
My second album is called Return of the Son of Depression Auction.
Well, maybe that's the one she liked. Which one's better?
I like the first one better.
Yeah?
The second one was sort of a sequel or like a coda. Like, here's the bits that didn't...
Oh, really?
It's a new hour. It's not a B-sides. It was a new hour of stuff, but a lot of it was stuff that didn't get to the first album, so it became the base for whatever the next hour was.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of parallels. Like both end with a story about a gig going terribly wrong. There's a lot of stuff about me being out of shape and my body. Like there's just a lot of parallel stuff on the albums.
Yeah, I find it weird when you want to like, I want to explore this subject, and now it's time to record. But you're like, but I'm not done talking about this subject.
Yeah, well, I'm big on the sequels thing.
Oh.
I'm big on the sequels thing, you know? Because I might do that with this new album.
Really?
I'm working on 2 new albums right now. So, you know, I'm working on a B-sides, like a true B-sides album of stuff I've collected through the years.
So they just didn't make it, but it's not really like yours.
Stuff that was never recorded with the intention of being put out for an album. It was just recorded. So I'm going to do a B-sides album of that stuff, and then I'm working
from different recordings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. No, like a true.
Here's what you should do.
B-sides.
I'm trying to get people to do some of these.
Right.
Commentary on your album. So for the B-sides, to sort of say like have some sort of accompaniment. Like this is where I was when I wrote it. I was this
I did that on my first album.
Oh, you did?
Well, I did that on my first album with the bonus track where it was excerpts of me dealing with a heckler. And in between each excerpt, as the thing progressed, I would do like DVD-style commentary about here's what's going on in the room now.
Oh, wow.
So I did that on the first album. I did that on my new album on the second disc, where I did an intro about what the second disc is all about.
Yeah.
So I'm big on that stuff. This this B-sides album I might tie together with that kind of thing. I might tie it together with sketches.
It's all different
and stuff.
recording. Oh, sketches gonna be cool too.
I don't know. I might just make it like a collage of comedy, and in between all these weird sketches and things are like the bits,
right?
That didn't that were never released.
Yeah.
I might just do it as a straight up B-side. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'm doing that, and then I'm working on a new album, like of new stuff. But yes.
Where do you get up here? Alt rooms?
Mostly.
Oh, come on, man. Get back to normal places. What about the factory?
I don't know. Put me up.
Yeah, no, me neither.
It's just, I'm not going to bang on the door. It's like,
have your
here's
manager
my
call
thing.
you. You don't have a manager.
I don't have a manager. So,
yeah.
If Rogan's manager or somebody, I just got to meet with some people. Yeah, that'd be my final plug. If you're a manager, and you might want to manage me, I would love to sit down and talk to you.
JoeDeRosaComedy@gmail.com.
Yeah. So that's about it, man.
All right. Well, awesome. I felt like you resisted me a lot with the chicks and comedy.
I didn't resist you.
But we still
got everything. You just didn't like the answers. You wanted like a lot of like.
You were dated more in the scene. I wanted more stories from like girls you've dated in the scene.
There's no stories. It's just like, it's like me saying to you, Ari, tell me some stories about girls. And it's like there's no stories.
Oh, right.
Like they're just girls I dated.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the most interesting story is that I dated
the Booker girl.
Well, that one, and then I dated Nikki Glazer.
Oh, but I didn't know that.
Everybody knows that.
I wasn't around. Yusuf dated her too.
Nikki, who?
Nick Yusuf.
Before. Nikki, I don't know Nick. Nikki and I dated.
Yeah.
And then we did a web series
together
about a couple in a bad relationship. And
after you broke up?
Way after we broke up. Years and years after. We didn't talk for 2 fucking years after we stopped dating.
Did you have to avoid parties and stuff to stay away from her?
No, I'm not a fucking lunatic.
Oh, I did that.
But, you know, we it wasn't like that. I mean, we only dated off and on for 6 or 8 months. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. But we stopped talking for 2 years, and she, bless her heart, put the best foot forward and got us to be friends again.
Yeah.
And now we're really tight, where she's one of my close friends. And she, but we did a web series where a lot of the stuff from your relationship? Not a ton of it, but yeah, there were very specific things that were based on things that happened between us.
Did you have distance enough that you could be like, all right, I have a sense of humor about it. Let's just do a fun thing about it?
Oh, dude, we had a blast doing it. Here's how it started.
Yeah.
I was going to do a web series called Bad Dates.
Yeah.
It was going to be me every week out with a girl, different girl.
Legit date?
No.
Okay.
Like a reenactment. And every week it was going to start with the card that said based on true events, because they were all going to be based on my love, romantic mishaps or whatever.
Okay.
And when Nikki and I became friendly again, I told her that I was working on this thing, and she goes, could I be one of the girls. I'd love to do one of these with you. And I said, yeah. And I said, I called her a couple weeks later. I said, hey, would you want to do one that's based on that when you dump me the day after Thanksgiving? And she's like, I would totally do that.
Yeah.
And then I saw a web series by a guy named Seth, his last name's escaping me, called First Dates, that was almost identical. And I was like, okay, I can't, but the deal was already in place.
Right.
And I was like, I can't do I can't do it. I have to change it now. So I changed it. We got retitled as We Should Break Up, which Christina Lee, a good friend of mine, came up with that title.
We Should Break Up?
Yeah. She was one of the people working on the series with me. And then I said, I'm just going to make it about a couple that should break up. And every week they're in some sort of fight or something. Yeah, and it does. That way it doesn't have to be dates. Can be, it doesn't have to be.
It could be in a home or something.
Yeah. And then I called Nikki and I said, Nikki, I have a feeling in my gut. You should be the girl.
Yeah.
Would you want to do it? She was totally in. When she's like doing like an MTV show. Like,
it was recent.
Yeah, we were shooting it like when they were in like pre-production for her MTV show.
Oh, that's cool.
And she was totally in. And I was 110% right. My gut was totally right. She was the absolute best person to do that with me. It was cathartic on a personal level. Like, we got through a lot of like any bullshit that may or may not have been like left in the closet about, like it was gone.
Yeah.
Because we had to do scenes where we like made out and stuff, and we just got through. Did
you want to get back together with her at all while you were doing that? What percentage of you wanted to get back together with you while you were doing that?
There was a period, I won't lie. There was a period where I started to like really like her again.
Like, oh yeah,
because you're spending time again with this person, and you're remembering like, oh, we had so much fun when we did that thing or whatever. But ultimately, it was it was meant.
You already broke up.
Yeah, it was not meant to be. So like it just didn't. It wasn't. That wasn't what we were there for. So. But I did definitely feel like for a little while, like, oh, I miss Nikki.
Yeah.
You
forget the good things and you forget the bad things. I mean, you remember the good things. You're like, oh, their smile is so great.
Yeah, it was fun. It was all positive. It was so great. And then
Beck said he couldn't write Sea Change until he was like a year or two after he broke up with Winona Ryder. It was all about their relationship. He said he couldn't write it until he had like a year gone by where he could like get away from the feelings enough so he could write about it unemotionally.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't as heavy as a Beck album. This was like a comedy thing.
Oh, right.
So it was easy just to make it funny.
Yeah.
But they weren't all based on Nikki, all the episodes.
But she just played the girl.
She played the girl, yeah. Some of them were. Anyway. Now you got your plugs in the middle.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that. I got something.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. Are you going to be anywhere? Are you going on the road at all? Do you have any
Not till the summer, man. Not till
Are you going to Montreal? You haven't heard yet.
I haven't heard. Are you going? Do you already know you're going?
Because it's a Nasty show. They booked that earlier, probably. That's what I realize now.
I want to do the goddamn Nasty show again. So I did it before. I had a fucking blast.
Really? Oh, cool.
Are you kidding? That ain't me. I've got filth in my act.
Oh.
Filth.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to do it again, man. It's so fun. Oh.
Yeah, probably. See you. Boom time. That's the episode, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, after we spoke, extra details, I realized that I was Eskimo brothers, not once, but 2 times with Joe DeRosa. We have randomly had sex with 2 of the same women. Now, I didn't really know him for the longest time, and I was never really in his scene, so I didn't know I was doing that with either one of the girls he had slept with. I didn't know any of that. Not disgusted by it at all, just thought it was interesting. 2 people. That has to mean we're somebody's type, right? That means we're both some sort of specific type. Twice the same girls that were into him were into me? Come on. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Anyway, that's the episode. I really did feel like there was so much he was holding back. I wish he would have been more open with. But I did get some out of him. That story about that one club was pretty cool. I almost said what it was. Yeah, that's it. So don't forget, San Jose, Tempe, Los Angeles for a Storyteller show, Los Angeles for a Store 20 show, Edmonton, Minneapolis, all those are coming up, and Santa Fe, New Mexico. Check out arithegreat.com. Get my new 2014 tour shirt. As always, use the Amazon link on my website, arithegreat.com. If you do your Amazon shopping, go over there first. Why don't you? Click on the Amazon link, and that takes you to Amazon. And then if you do your regular shopping as is, then, I don't know, a percentage of the shit they make off you just goes to me. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It just gives me some of what they get. And it adds up. It pays for shit. So those of you who have done it, I really do appreciate it. Specifically, Tracy Romano and Steve Simone, who I'll be in San Jose with this weekend. Yeah, thank you. So that guy who bought a wedding ring for his wife on there. Thank you. You guys are cool. All right, I'll be back in New York end of April. Yeah, I'm excited. It's still shitty there. It was so hot today. I took a nap. I took a long walk, then a nap. It was so fucking hot today. In New York, it hasn't hit 60 yet. The high has not been 60 yet. And it doesn't call for it in the 10-day forecast either. So as of Sunday, March 16th till the 26th, it's not looking for a single day. So I'm at least, when I get back on the 27th, I'm at least, at most, a month past when I should be there. At most. Until it hits a high of 60. Forget it, dude. All right. Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank, episode 158. Thin Skin Comic Fucker with Joe DeRosa. Over and out. Hit him up on Twitter. Tell him not to be so fucking, whatever, thin-skinned, that you actually like it. Man, that stand is nice when it's warm. The stand in New York on 20th and whatever, 19th and 3rd. Cool club, but it's fucking rad right there on the sidewalk. You get to look at shit. And all the cops in training walk by. You get to make fun of them. Or I ask them, like, please remember, we're going to need you to turn on your fellow cops when the time comes. Stand up for civil liberties. Try to turn them early. Put the thought in their head. But anyway, Joe DeRosa was there. He was outside. He was bitching about, one girl is inside. And now this other girl that he brought, it's all weird because this other girl that's inside he already hooked up with. And now it's a whole mess. And I was just like, dude, how much of this drama do you invite in your life? How much? I just thought it was amazing for someone to consistently do. And I've seen him stay till late. And try to hook up with people. I've seen it. So it was tough not having him fully open up. But he did open up about some stuff. And then we got to talking about how thin-skinned he was. And so that almost became a separate situation because I've talked to other people about him. Not just Jay and Kurt, as we talked about, but after that even. Jay Larson, lots of people say the same thing. Joe DeRosa has thin skin. I don't know what it is. I still like him. Still a cool guy. And really, you guys, legitimately a funny, funny comic. So if you're in LA and you're in the scene, it's time to go watch Joe DeRosa. Couple quick notes for sponsors. LegalZoom.com. Guys, March is National Start Your Business Month. I bet you didn't know that because who would know that? Who made the National Start Your Business Month? Who's in charge of national months? And why would they give March 31 days and have it follow Black History Month of 28 days and say, okay, we're done with black people. Now it's time for work. Maybe it's actually trying to help the black community. But listen, LegalZoom wants to help you start your own corporation or LLC or file your DBA. I don't know what DBA is. LLC is something that big corporations do so they can't get sued by individuals. They can barely get sued. So if you want to fuck over the little man, get your LLC at LegalZoom.com right now. If you put in Ari at the referral box at checkout, you can get 3-month trial of all new QuickBooks. All new QuickBooks. $119 value, free, when you enter Ari in the referral box at checkout. That's LegalZoom.com, promo code Ari. And by the way, LegalZoom is not lawyers. They provide you self-help services, and they connect you with the right attorney, but they're not a law firm. LegalZoom.com, promo code Ari. And then this one I'm excited about, because it's NatureBox, everybody. NatureBox is, they sent me a bunch of shit to eat. It was great. It was delicious. They have all natural foods. Here's their deal. They're saying you want to get in shape by summer, and girls especially, but boys too. Guys, don't look fat. Please don't be fat anymore. Just don't do it. It's unhealthy, and it looks disgusting, and it smells. I saw a guy in Dallas at the UFC. Dudes, he was sitting in the wheelchair section. I put up on Instagram. He was sitting in the wheelchair section. But he wasn't in a wheelchair. He was just fat. He had the body type. Do you remember Willy Wonka? The original Willy Wonka? Remember when Violet Beauregard, the one who was always on TV, remember she ate that gum and then all of a sudden she started turning purple and then she got real big? He looked like that. He had the body type of her when she looked all big and round. He looked like a giant blueberry. And he's sitting up there with the wheelchair people like he's got a real sickness. And I get it, he does. But fucking get some help, man. Get some fucking help. You're just dwarfing a chair. Anyway, naturebox.com/Ari. Listen, here's the deal. Healthy snacks. Don't give in to shitty snacks and vending machines. Keep looking and feeling good. Go out to pool parties. Be able to take your fucking shirt off. Naturebox.com. Naturebox.com. Here's what they do. They send snacks right to your door. So they sent me a box of stuff. I ate the fuck out of it. When it's too cold and rainy and snowy in New York, and you don't want to go next door to the corner store, or in New York, in LA, it's a little bit windy, and you don't want to go next door to Pink Dot, what do? Guess what? You have snacks they sent for you, and they're amazing snacks. All with zero trans fats, zero high fructose corn syrup, and nothing artificial. They're healthy. So they got shit like barbecue kettle kernels, everything bagel sticks. Let me go to their website real quick. Oh, yeah. Cranberry almond bites. Those were good as fuck. Rose's sea salt chickpeas. And there was something sweet in here that I wanted, but I didn't see. Where was it? The Granny Smith apples, dried apples. That could be good. Honeycomb sunflower kernels. I don't even know what that means. Oh, here. Honey macadamia pretzel pops. Dude, they're sweet and salty together. Oh, I want that. I want that in my stomach. So anyway, naturebox.com/Ari. Free shipping and 50% off your first box when you enter Ari. So it's naturebox.com/Ari. 50% off your first box. Free shipping anywhere in the U.S. I think free shipping is always. Some quick dates for me, and then we'll start the episode. Big J was here, by the way, over this couple days. It was nice to see him again. We got so high. Me and Matt Egger, we're going to go see Gravity. So we're like, let's get high out of the Gravity bong. So we got high out of the, well, we're about to take it with us to Universal. And then we passed Big J, and Matt Egger's a big J fan. So he was like, can we stay? And I was like, yeah, we can stay. So we all got high out of the Gravity bong. And when you get high out of the Gravity bong and go see Gravity, you miss the showing of Gravity that you wanted to see. It floored me. That Matt's OG, not the Matt's OG, the OG Kush from that Gravity bong. We had fucking 3 bowls between 4 people. So a girl, she stopped early, and then the 3 dudes, we all pretty much kept going. So pretty much a bowl a person. And Jay had like 3/4 of her bowl, and the other girl had a quarter. So like, buried me. A Gravity bong. Who gave me that? Oh, the skunk guys. Man, it was great. So here are a few dates. Tempe, Arizona with Joey Diaz. April, the beginning of April. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. This weekend, San Jose. Nothing. Moon Tower at the end of April. Edmonton, Minneapolis. Camel Rock Casino in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's in May. All those 3 in May. Go to aritheGreat.com for all the tour dates. If I mention one of those cities, fucking go. Otherwise, I'll be in LA. Like April 8th in LA, I have my next Storyteller show. The last one before I leave for New York. And then April 20th in LA, I have my Store 20 show at the Comedy Store. It's going to be fun. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. I've already asked some people to make sketches, a couple people to make videos. One guy's, Lance Kanstopoulos, is going to perform. It's just going to be a good variety show. There's going to be some stand-up in there, too. So, honestly, come, bring your own marijuana. They say you can't smoke inside, but they're not going to stop all of us. And that didn't come from me. You light up a J at your table, what are they going to do? Stop everybody? I can't see that. Doors open at 4 o'clock. Step outside at 4:20. Show starts at 4:30. Come. It'll be fun. All right, let's start the episode. Ari Shaffir Skeptic, episode 158. Thin-skinned comedy fucker with Mr. Joe DeRosa. Let's do it. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Joe DeRosa. This is either going to be the beginning or the end of the podcast.
Let's make it the beginning.
Okay, the very beginning. We'll do this before. You want me to double it?
Well,
no,
yeah.
They're not going to listen to it twice, the same exact thing.
All right. Well, yeah. Hi.
Joe DeRosa from new to Los Angeles. Let's do a proper intro with you. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
New to Los Angeles. No, not so new. 5, 6 months?
4 months? 5 months? Something like that? Yeah.
A writer on the still around Pete Holmes show.
Yeah, writer. We'll get into that. Writer on the Pete Holmes show, and you
got your own podcast.
Yes, doing my own podcast.
What's it called?
It's called Down with Joe DeRosa.
Down with Joe DeRosa.
Yeah, Down with Joe DeRosa.
The double meaning? Is that what you were going for there?
No, I just kind of mean like, hey, we're down. Like we're down with each other. But yeah, but then also the word down suits
because
me.
you're hard on yourself with your depression. Like
just I'm a mope. I'm a fucking mope. Who are we kidding here? You know?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
One of the best comics in New York works out at every one except weird clubs that won't book him.
Yeah, we'll get into that too.
Los Angeles is lucky to have him.
I'm glad to be here
now. You were always said like you wouldn't leave. Rachel Rush told me that. Joe DeRosa always says there's no reason to go to LA until there's a reason for you to go.
There was a reason to go.
Yeah, you got
and
a job.
It's been great. Well, I got a job, and also too, auditioning's a lot better out here.
Yeah.
So it's nice for now, and then we'll see in a few years. Maybe go back to New York. Maybe do it by car. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah. Come here just for the summer. All right. Let's start the episode.
Learned how to use it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so easy. Did you see that setup time that I just did?
That's it?
Yeah, that was it.
Sounds fine?
Yeah.
This sounds like radio quality when it goes out there?
Yeah.
I pay an engineer every week.
Why?
Because I don't know how to do any of this.
Yes. Okay. I can teach you.
I mean, I know how to do some sound stuff, but I always thought like I needed a guy there riding the levels.
It's just more shit than is necessary.
Yeah.
More stuff to go wrong.
He also posts all my stuff for me. That's helpful.
Yeah, that's helpful.
That's very helpful.
That's a few hours a week at least.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do?
How much do you pay him?
Well, I don't want to discuss the man's money.
All right, fair
but enough that I'm like
$25 an episode. Is that
no? It's higher than that.
Really?
Yeah.
When Katie did it for all those guys, for Pete and all those guys at Nerdist, she used to be $25 an hour, maybe. Maybe she didn't upload it. I don't know.
No, he does everything. He uploads it. He does everything with my web guy. Gets it onto the web. He does everything.
50?
Edits it.
Oh, I don't edit.
Yeah, he edits. Like if I make a mistake, I go cut that out, and he does it. He puts the music in.
That's more problems
he's
to get
good.
into.
He's very good.
Okay.
Are we on? Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, began already?
Yeah. You know how to.
So
I'll do intros later.
You do intros later?
Yeah. So we're talking about how we live. You live like an adult. You live like you have a girl here. I assumed when I walked in and Pete was here, I assumed he had already lived here and you were living with him.
No. I live alone. But I take some pride in my space.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
No, I guess not. I just don't. Isn't it so much effort?
What's the effort?
Why, you sweep? Looks swept.
Well,
it's mopped almost.
It was clean today.
Did you have a cleaner?
I actually hired a cleaner to come in today. But I usually clean on my own. It's just now with the writing job, I can't do the upkeep that I would usually do. Yeah. So the dust and everything gets away from me, so I just hired a cleaner to come in and do it today. So it was thoroughly clean today, but it's not far off from this usually.
Wow.
It's not far off from this. I mean,
even when I get a cleaner, the once every 2 years or so that I get one, it's never this clean.
The cleaning lady said, I was like, she goes, you just want 2 hours? And I was like, yeah. I go, it's not going to take you that and more than that. And she was like, no, this is...
Really?
She goes, this isn't bad at all. She's like, you keep it real clean.
I told this cleaning couple that came, and I was like, pretty much just concentrate on the kitchen and the bathroom. That's all I want you to do. And then he was like, no, I'll do the whole thing, man. I was like, well, just come upstairs. Really, I just want those are the things that are creating smell.
I'm not saying I've never dated a girl that like admired some of the stuff I've done or admired me as a comic. I absolutely have.
Yeah.
But like, it was never like a thing of like preying on like a groupie thing of like, oh, she'll do whatever I want. It was never that. It was just like, oh, this is nice. This girl's like into me.
Right.
I always just looked at it like that. The way I look, here's my thing with comics, with dating comics. It's like, do I get excited when I meet new female comics? Yes, I do. Do I want to date them all the time? No, not all the time. Do I want to date them sometimes? Absolutely. Yeah. And the reason why sometimes is because I'll start talking to them and they'll be really cool and I'm having fun and we're laughing and I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Hey everybody, welcome to Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank. I am in Los Angeles and it is amazing. In New York, the weather is still hasn't hit 60 yet as a high throughout the whole winter and all of whatever this half spring. It hasn't hit 60 as a high once, the projected high. And then I look for the next 10 days, still nothing. So at most, I'm going to miss a month of good weather there. At most, probably like 1 or 2 weeks. God, if I'm there for Cleavage Day, ooh, that'd be fun. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank. On today's episode, I have someone that I could not crack. I wanted to talk to Joe DeRosa, who's a very, very funny comedian, a mainstay in the New York comedy scene, a legit part of the scene. now living in Los Angeles because he's writing for Pete Holmes' talk show. Pete Holmes's talk show. Pete Holmes's. So he's here in Los Angeles, and I wanted to talk to Joe about one specific thing that he didn't really want to open up about. Joe, as far as I can tell, has always fucked in the comedy scene, be it comedians, bookers, agents, whatever. It just seems like he's always doing it. Now, he has this thing where it seems like he has this weird, like, we got to defend women. You can't talk about who you hooked up with. But it's like, dude, if it was fucking years ago, who gives a shit? You protecting women because you're like, oh, no one can know that they had sex with me. That's just sexism. They're equals, right? It's something you guys both did as consenting adults fucking years ago. So who cares? Just say it. You didn't do anything wrong. Did you do something wrong? Did you cheat on somebody? Okay, but if not, then fucking say it. What are you worried about? Quit this fucking high school, like, have to protect her innocence. This ain't the 40s, bro. We're equals. We're equals. Anyway, by the way, I'll be in San Jose this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, March 21st, 22nd, 23rd, with Steve Simone, many-time guest of this podcast, and host of his own new podcast, Good Times with Steve Simone, that I've been on. We'll be there this week and get our tickets at arithegreat.com. So here's what I wanted to get from him, because the first time I met Joe DeRosa, well, the first time was in Down and Dirty with Jim Norton 6 years ago, in 2008. That was the last time I did television, everybody, 2008. Everything I've built up until this day has been because of the television I did in 2008. It just takes a long time to really set in. That one HBO set they showed one time at midnight on a Friday. It just takes a while to gain acceptance in public consciousness, and then eventually, it comes through. People start following you. No television in 6 years. Come on, whatever. I mean, could I have sucked the whole time? Is that it? No way. Not the whole time. Not the whole time. So DeRosa, okay, so the first time I saw him in New York, he was at the stand, and he came in, and he was outside fucking smoking or drinking. It was warm. And then
creating smell?
That's like beyond dirty. And then
how dirty does it get? Do you have like black mold in your bathroom and stuff?
No, nothing like that.
But what it smells about it?
I don't know, if you don't clean the toilet for like 9-10 months.
What does your toilet look like?
Just white.
No, on the inside. Does it have like that ring around the water?
No, I'll clean that once in a while.
Well, what smells then?
I don't know. Just, build up.
Do you have mildew on your shower curtain?
Splashback. No, I don't think so.
Is there color to it?
No.
On the inside, like brown spots?
No? Never had that. I've heard of that.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, the guy came in and he laughed at me. He mocked me, a Mexican immigrant.
Well, that's got nothing to do with you being mocked.
What do you mean?
His heritage has nothing to do with it. Why did he mock you, though?
Because of how dirty it was. As soon as he walked in, he was like, well, whoa.
But I'm hitting all the key dirty things here. You're saying none of these things were the problem. What was the problem? You didn't have mold.
No. Well, like dishes in the sink.
Okay, how many dishes?
All of them.
What did you eat off of?
Paper or like pizza box tops?
All your dishes.
Yeah, eventually I just went paper. I was like, I ain't cleaning this. I'm just going paper.
Was there food in the sink and stuff?
There was, pieces of it.
Dude, you can get maggots like that.
Oh, yeah. I got maggots before.
You did?
I definitely have had maggots before. That's when you got to clean. You got to get rid of this stuff.
No, most civilized people would know well before that stage. That's disgusting, Ari.
Yeah.
I don't mind telling you because you often say real cunty things to me.
Yeah.
In fact, I was complaining about you earlier today.
Why are you so thin-skinned, Joe DeRosa?
To your manager. Did she tell you I was going to give you shit about this?
Why are you so thin-skinned?
I'm not thin-skinned. But you brought me on stage the other night by saying he's a writer for the soon-to-be-canceled Pete Holmes show.
It was almost canceled. I was just making a joke.
It wasn't almost canceled.
That's what I heard.
No, it's not true. It was never almost canceled.
I was heard it was like they're waiting to see if it was coming back or not.
Well, like any TV show, you wait until they say, hey, it's coming back, but it was never almost canceled.
Oh.
That's not true. But good attempt at a save. You got a good way.
I got to laugh. It was just a funny joke that got to laugh.
Of course it got to laugh.
As I introduced you as, we're lucky to have this comic to Los Angeles.
No, that's not what you said.
Don't focus on any of those parts.
You didn't say that.
the outro I did because I saw how fucking upset you were. As soon as I said it, as you were coming to the stage, you're like, "What this mean?"
Well, why would you say that?
Just a laugh.
Why
It was
would
just
you
a
say
joke
that?
to bring you on.
Why would you say
Because
that?
I thought it was almost canceled.
No, but that's not what you said. You said soon
to be canceled.
You
yeah.
didn't say the almost canceled. It
But who
didn't get
cares?
canceled.
What's the
You said
difference?
the soon to be
Yeah,
canceled.
that's a joke. It's a joke. I hope it goes for 30 years. I hope he gets into another fucking Leno style
You don't
where
mean
somebody
that.
tries to take him out.
You don't mean
Some
that.
kid who's born 4 years from now.
You don't mean
I
that.
hope he grows up. No, I do. I don't give a shit.
Your
I
false
don't watch
praise
TV.
is transparent.
I like Pete. I like you too. I even rooted for fucking Sullivan and Sons and the first Louis that sucked. When everybody was like, "Oh, this is so," I'm like, "Guys, we all know it's terrible, but let's hope all our friends that are on it."
The HBO one, you mean?
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah.
I just wanted to understand what you meant by the first Louis.
Yeah, but Mintz was there and Norton. All I'm like, "Yeah, keep having a job, man. Congratulations."
Right. Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not trying to
It's just
muscle in the late night. I don't give a shit.
Oh, I know you're not
I hope
trying
it goes
to
for a
muscle
long
in.
time.
I know. No. I know you're not trying to muscle in. It's a different. By the way, thin-skinned. I mean, who's thin-skinned here? You just exploded, man.
Because it's not the first time with you, and all I heard about you is that you get so fucking upset when people make fun of you.
All you heard?
Yeah.
From who?
That's the rumor from New York.
Who said
Big
that?
J, Metzger.
Oh, well, there are two barometers.
They said you would
Yeah.
always get like crybabyish about stuff.